Round one, fight!
What is up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Tournament Fight. This is episode number 69. This is the one time I can say 69, so I got to do it because it's never going to come up again. Anyways, that dumb joke out of the way. I am your host, Jordan, the movie hero Anderson, and tonight we are talking about 2019, the year in cinema. So this whole week will be kind of a 2019 week because we're doing we took 128 movies, so we're doing one of those 128 series, and we put them into a big randomizer. So the first 64 to pop up will be on tonight's episode, part one, and then we'll have a part two tomorrow night. We'll be doing a part two with some of the same people, some different, and then we're gonna have a championship half bracket of 32 on Wednesday night. So I can watch for that. So it'll be a lot of content this week, but I'm looking forward to it. It'll be a fun time. So I'll go ahead and I'll introduce our guests for tonight. So we have joining me Mr. Jacob Barber. How's it going?
It's going well. A lot of tournament fights this week. But don't forget about the Lonely Marks on Friday night as well. Cheap plug at the beginning of the show instead of the end of the show.
Yeah, right. Well, that'll be nice to have you guys doing that because I'll be kind of front loading the first half of the week. You guys will be doing more near the second half of the week where I can take a day off while you guys do that. But I'll still tune in though. I'll be watching just off camera. So, but we also have joining me Chase Waldapfel. How's it going?
Good. How are you guys?
Good. Yeah. And then did I say the last name right? I said it kind of fast.
The P is silent. Yeah, but other than that, you got it right.
Okay, sounds good. I always have to double check
that. Nobody likes to hear the P.
Yeah, that's why I didn't even put it on there.
Yeah, you should have came the other night. We were like adding silent letters to our screen names and all kinds of crazy stuff. Yeah,
nice. Yeah,
would have fit right in. But and then we also have joining us Mr. Michael Wolfman Wyndham. How's it going?
Always save the best for last, sir. Oh yeah, thank you. But yeah, 2019 is an excellent year in cinema. According to this man right here, who hopefully his movie pops up tonight, Tarantino, it was the last truly great year for cinema. So let's see if that's true as we talk about it, because
we'll see. So
there's only been 2 years since, so it's.
Yep. So yeah. That's true, but we're going back through these years. Can compare it to some other years. And I also want to remind everybody, this is a ladder series. So what that means is that there'll be 8 movies that have advanced from years past. And so you could see some movies from 2020, 2021, or 2022 on the list because we're going to let 8 advance every single time just to see if by the end of this thing we can come up with like the our favorite movie of all time, essentially. So it's just based on votes. So we'll see if any of these 8 can if they can stand the test. So, but and then also too, we'll kind of have some people kind of coming and going tonight. We have 2 more people that'll be popping in a little later tonight. So, but I'll go ahead and I'll explain how it's gonna work tonight. We're gonna have a tournament of 64 that's gonna pop up, and we're just gonna simply vote, just round by round, and whichever one we think it is the better one. And you can vote for any reason. You can vote because you like one better. You can vote because you like the poster better. You can vote because you hate the other movie. You can vote for any reason at all. You can make up a reason. It doesn't matter. This is tournament fights. We like to have fun. We like a little chaos from time to time.
The film had the hottest chick in it. That's what I'm
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. Or you like one of the actors, or you like one of the certain scene in the movie.
That girl, I saw her boobs in 2019. So
yeah,
in that movie. So
yep,
I'm gonna vote for that.
Exactly. Yep. We have done that before. So, but yeah, it's pretty simple and straightforward. We do have 4 people for now. So if we have any ties, I'll explain how the tiebreakers work when we get there. So it's pretty easy. But I'll go ahead and just give me 1 minute here to bring up the tournament bracket here. All right, it should be popping up there. There we go. I have it hidden for a minute, and then the first person to go is going.
We better have cats on this list. I'm just saying that.
Oh, you might see some great movies, some horrible movies, some everywhere in between. So, but and we always start with the person at the bottom of the ladder. So, Wolfman, you'll be up first. So, reveal what the first pick is, and there's some feedback coming from somebody's mic. I think it's just because of your internet connection. I think maybe Chase possibly, but it's fine. I'm just letting you know. Just a heads up. But the first matchup, we have Countdown versus Knives Out. Whoa. So we'll see what you think, because Countdown. Eesh. That's all I can say.
Wow. Okay. You were right that there was going to be some shit on here.
Yep.
Along with some good. Wow, that's a doozy right there. That choice. Yep. Okay. I remember I watched Countdown. Like, it was a Halloween party, and me and a ton of friends went. Like, this was a huge Halloween party I had. Me and a ton of friends took up a whole row, and we all went and saw Countdown for that night at the Halloween party. And I will say it was entertaining because we all were laughing our asses off and being so entertained during it. But come on, Knives Out is one of the best murder mysteries of all. It is fantastic. It's one of the best movies of that year. I cannot wait for the sequel. I think that Knives Out was exceptional, and I'm definitely going to have to give it to Rian Johnson on this one. Even if some people say he ruined Star Wars, he did not ruin the murder mystery genre. So there you go.
Yeah. I don't know if Chase is still there or if he had to go tend to something real quick, but we'll go to Jacob. What do you think?
Oh yeah, no, this one's pretty easy for me. I've not seen Countdown, and I have no desire to see Countdown. I thought the premise was It was,
you're not missing much. Trust me.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed Knives Out. I like the murder mystery, and I thought all the performances in it were good to great. So yeah, pretty easily I'll go with Knives Out.
Yeah. Well, Chase, what do you think? Here, Countdown.
I haven't seen Countdown. I have seen Knives Out. I kind of was a little late to the party on that one, but I finally did see it later on Amazon or something, or Netflix or whatever it was on. But so I'll definitely go Knives Out. I really liked it. I'm excited to see the 2 sequels I think that Netflix is doing with it. I think it's a little risky. They're not doing them in theaters and spending all that money, but up to them, I guess. It's a good movie, and I look forward to seeing what they do with the rest of the series. So
yeah. But the weird thing that with all these streaming services, because I'm noticing more and more movies I think should go to theaters. They're not going to theaters. They're just staying on these streaming services because they need something to keep drawing people in, I guess. But
they might end up doing that 1 week early release in theaters like they did with Red Notice. Like you were able to see that a week ahead of time. I think they did that with Army of the Dead too. You could see it a week early in theaters, and then it went on Netflix. So maybe they'll do something like that.
That'd be nice. Yeah,
I mean, because also Netflix spends way too much too. It's
yeah.
I watched now too. The Gray Man did not need to be $300 million. I watched that and that did not look $300 million. They spend way too much.
It looked like 50 probably. Honestly.
Yeah.
And it was a decent movie for what it was, but not 300 million though. But yeah. So I've seen both of these because I was working in a movie theater when Countdown came out, and that movie was not good. We like to kind of talk about the end scene. I don't know if it's a post credit or if it's just the end where Tom Segura and his wife come and they die. So it's kind of interesting there. But the Knives Out, I thought that was great, but at the same time, I thought it was kind of predictable. I actually predicted it about halfway through who it was and stuff. I won't say it here in case anyone hasn't seen it, 'cause it's only a couple years old. But yeah, I think I was in the minority there. I just happened to just somehow it just just like popped into my head, and I'm like, oh yeah, I know this movie's gonna end, and it did exactly how I thought it would. So, but still a great movie. It's way better than Countdown, so I'll vote Knives Out. So yeah, Knives Out is moving on. All right, so up next we have the Kings. We got some more streaming stuff in here with Timothy Chalamet going up against The Hustle.
Okay, there is one I haven't seen because I've not seen The Hustle. So
yeah. So we'll start with Chase. What do you think here?
I haven't seen either one of these actually. Those are two that I missed. So I don't think I even saw anything about The King. So I guess I'll just go with The Hustle because I've at least heard of it.
Yeah, I think The Hustle might be kind of like a pseudo kind of sequel to like Dirty Rotten Scoundrels, sort of. It's kind of in that vein, I think. But I haven't seen it either. So, but Jacob, what do you think?
I've also not seen The Hustle. I have seen The King. It is available on Netflix, and I thought it was good. I didn't think it was great, but I thought it was good. I think Timothy Chalamet gives a pretty strong performance, as well as Robert Pattinson.
Yeah.
I think there's like the accents kind of leave a little to be desired. They're not the greatest, but
yeah.
I still thought it was a good movie. I was entertained. So I will go with The King.
Yeah. So yeah, I also these are two of the few on this list that I haven't seen. I haven't seen either one, but I've seen the trailers for all of them. I actually went and watched all the trailers for the movies I haven't seen. And The King, like, I don't know, like I don't know if I've seen it in the right context, but like Timothy Chalamet, he looks like a little bit of a douchebaggy kind of guy, like not a very like kind of like good king, like a righteous king. He's more, I don't know, going the other way, but
King Joffrey.
Yeah, like a King Joffrey, something like that. Yeah, and then The Hustle, like, looks fun. Like I don't know if it's gonna hold up to Dirty Rotten Scoundrels, because that movie's amazing. I love that movie, but I mean, it still looks like it's fun. So I mean, just because I don't know, The King looks a little kind of artsier, and like I'm not as big on period pieces. I do like some, but I'd probably watch The Hustle if you put both of these in front of me. So I'll go with The Hustle. But Wolfman, what do you think?
So yeah, The Hustle, out of the 148 movies that I watched in 2019, The Hustle was not one of them, because it came out in theaters, and even though I love Anne Hathaway and Rebel Wilson, is hit or miss, but I love Anne Hathaway. Yeah. I was like, you know what? I just don't want to see that. So I just never got around to it. I did watch The King, and I would literally, I love the accents. I loved how he was hamming it up the whole time. Robert Pattinson, he gave like the ultimate cheesy performance, but it was like a good cheesy. Like, I loved it.
Yeah.
And he says Timothy Chalamet has a tiny little cock in the movie. So because of that, I'm going to have to give it to The King for sure.
Yeah, well, I think the King's gonna move on just because nobody's seen The Hustle. So
it's a tie.
Is it a tie?
It is a tie. It's 2-2. So you know,
you're right.
Could change his vote and surprise us. Yeah. But I mean,
thanks for reminding me. We could have got a movie nobody's seen, maybe. But if you want to change your vote, Wolfman, but you have the tiebreaker. So before I'm too hasty, which one are you going to put through?
I have the tiebreaker.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm going to put through then The King, because
sounds good.
I didn't see it.
Yeah.
It was Ashley.
I thought so. We just, we gotta make it official.
No, thanks for reminding me there. But up next we have the Addams Family, the animated one, going up against Spiderman Far From Home is what it is. So yeah. So it'll be Jacob first. So what are you gonna go for?
Yeah, surprisingly, as much as I love animation, I have not seen the Addams Family yet. I love the live action '90s versions, and so I'll get around to this one. It doesn't look terrible, but I'm a big Spider-Man guy. I think Tom Holland is great as Spider-Man, and seeing Jake Gyllenhaal in the MCU finally as a villain was really cool. And funny enough, for 2019, Far From Home was actually my favorite MCU movie of that year.
Nice.
It's changed since then, but I'll go Far From Home.
Yeah, sounds good. And for me, Addams Family played while I was working in a movie theater, but I still didn't go see it because I was just like not really interested. Because like why do we need an animated version? And like I know it kind of works like in a weird way, but like I just love those. The live action one so much. And I'm even looking forward to the new Netflix one on like Wednesday. I think it actually like looks pretty good
with my girl Jenna Ortega.
Yeah. But aside from Luis Guzman playing Gomez, I think that's kind of like a miscast there. I don't know. Like
if you've seen like the original artwork, it's perfect casting.
Yeah.
Maybe
it will end up working. I'm not gonna knock it till I see it, but yeah, I'm a big Spider-Man guy, like as everybody knows, and I had a lot of fun with Far From Home because I've been waiting to see Mysterio on screen. He's one of my favorite villains, like of any comic book movie, probably like top 5 of all time. I love it. I mean, some Mysterio, and I think Jake Gyllenhaal did it great because I mean, like some people say that they're like, oh, like what actually happened wasn't really real, and he was just like trying to like trick people from behind the scenes or whatever. That's what Mysterio does. Like that's the whole thing what makes Mysterio. So I thought that works. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Spider-Man Far From Home. Wolfman, what do you think?
So I watched both these movies in theaters, and I can assure you all that Addams Family was not good. It wasn't terrible, like god awful bottom of the barrel crap, but it was not good. It was not a good movie. But Spider-Man No Way Home, or Far From Home, I mean, it was good. It was not great. I do think it's a little overrated. It was not a great film, but it was a good film, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But I do really love Jake Gyllenhaal as Mysterio, and I hope he comes back. I don't think he's dead. And that post credit scene was amazing. That
was awesome.
So like just for that alone, I definitely, and just because it's a good movie, I'll give it to Far From Home.
Yeah, sounds good. Well, Chase, what do you think here?
I've never really had any interest in the Addams Family or Munsters or anything like that. I frankly I get Addams Family and Munsters mixed up just because I don't really care. But
yeah,
Far From Home, definitely I really enjoyed that one. It's one that I've wanted to go back and watch, just haven't got a chance to. Like you guys were talking about Jake Gyllenhaal as the villain. I thought he was the standout in that movie for sure. Far From Home is an easy one for me.
Yeah, so a clean sweep from Spider-Man Far From Home. So then I'll move on, and then up next we have Annabelle Comes Home, going up against the Report. I think is what it is. So
okay, I've not seen that one either. I saw the advertisements.
It just cut off at the bottom.
The Report.
The
Report. Yeah.
The Report is what it is.
Never even heard of that one.
It's an Amazon movie.
Yeah.
It's an Amazon movie. That's what it is. But it has Adam Driver. But so I guess I'm up first, and I never saw The Report, but like I want to go see it because I'm a big Adam Driver fan. I think Adam Driver's great. Like I mean, like Star Wars aside, he was mediocre to me. And in Star Wars, I didn't hate him, but I didn't love him either. But like Annabelle, I didn't really care for either one either. But I think this is, if I remember correct, this is the better of the two. So I'll vote for Annabelle. But it's not like I'm that high on it. So I just haven't seen the Report. So, but Wolfman, what do you think?
So I've not seen The Report either. So this is one I missed. I wanted to see a lot, but I just never got around to it because I was catching up on other things. But Annabelle, I remember going in theaters. I think I even saw it like opening night or something like that with a friend of mine.
Yeah.
And just for the theater experience alone, holy shit, the movie was not good.
Yeah.
But man, was my theater experience amazing. Like
Yeah.
there were people who were freaking out. It was hysterical. The line "Bob's got balls." That thing just made me just die. I literally was in my chair for like 6 minutes, dying of laughter. Like it was some of the most fun I've had in a theater that year. So because of that, I'm gonna pick Annabelle just for pure, just the most fun I've had in theater or something else.
Yeah, it always makes it fun when you have either like a packed theater or you just have the right people in there that are just having fun with it, really getting into it. So yeah, that's always fun. But Chase, what do you think?
I haven't seen either. So I guess I'm looking for recommendations on this one. Like, what's the report even about?
You might know better than me, Wolfman. I don't even know, but
It's like
you know
about.
what it is?
I just know it's about like a newspaper report on some sort of like big thing that happened. Almost like it's a lot like Spotlight in a way.
Okay. So it's based on
a
true story.
Yeah, sort of something like that. So.
Gotcha. I guess I'll just go Annabelle because I haven't. That's the only one I've heard of. I haven't actually seen any of the Annabelle or Conjuring. I'm not a real big horror guy, honestly. So
Okay,
but I am at least aware of it. So
sure, yeah. Why not? Yeah, but Jacob, what do you think?
Yeah, no, I have seen the report, and it's pretty good. It's based on a true story. Adam Driver plays Daniel Jones, who is so the plot is about the Senate Intelligence Committee investigating the CIA's use of torture following the 9/11 attacks.
okay.
And yeah, it's decent. I don't remember much about it. I don't remember much about Annabelle Comes Home either. So I guess both pretty forgettable movies to me. But if you put both of them in front of me, which one would I choose to watch? Probably The Report.
Okay. Well, we should have went to you for the explanation because you're the one that's seen it. Yeah, but I believe it's going to be Annabelle, or do we have a tie?
No, but it's Annabelle 3-1.
Okay, sounds good then.
Don't worry, I'm keeping track of votes for you. Don't worry. I'll be
cool,
awesome.
I appreciate it.
Awesome gets you.
Yeah. Sounds good. We have Ad Astra going up against the Waybacks. So,
wait, wasn't the was the Wayback 2019 or was that 2020?
The Wayback was
it's one of the ones that moved on from 2020 because 8 movies moved on, continued to move on in the series each year.
And actually, so. I should have said which ones those are up front. I meant to do it, but I have them here just really quick before we vote. The ones that actually were the 8 that advanced on. We have Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, Bill and Ted Face the Music, Spider-Man No Way Home, The Happiest Season, Freaky, Palm Springs, The Way Back, and The Gentleman. So from years past, those movies will be on here. They advanced. So okay. Yeah. But yeah, which one you want to vote for, Wolfman?
So I am. This is a tough matchup actually. Because I'm actually a big fan of Ad Astra. I watched that in theaters, and I also watched The Way Back in theaters. But man, I think I'm going to give it to The Way Back just for the personal story of it and how more of how it was personal for Ben Affleck. So yeah, I think I'm going to give it to The Way Back.
Yeah, sounds good. Chase, what do you think?
All right, another pair I haven't seen, but I do remember having some interest in Ad Astra. I thought that looked like a cool sci-fi. I can't remember exactly the premise of it, but that's one I probably will go back and watch. So I think out of the two, I would say Ad Astra is the one I would more interested in seeing.
Yeah. Sounds good. Jacob, what do you think?
Just quite the opposite for me, because sci-fi is like probably one of my least favorite genres to watch, unless it's like getting really good word of mouth and I'm getting really good recommendations from friends. Because I will watch movies if people that that I hang out with or talk to about movies pretty regularly, speak highly of it. But sci-fi is just one of those that I tend to not seek out myself. However, sports movies, specifically basketball movies, I will generally watch no matter what. And The Way Back is really good. And Ben Affleck gives a good performance, so I will go with The Way Back.
Should have been considered for an Oscar nomination. Probably.
Yeah, I think so, maybe. But
did he direct that one as well?
No,
I don't think he directed it. No, it was the guy who directed Warrior directed.
Yeah, Gavin O'Connor.
Gavin O'Connor.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah, but yeah. So I have seen both of these, but when I went to see Ad Astra in the theater, I was really tired, like coming off of a long shift of work, and I fell asleep through the whole second half. So I just woke up to like the little very last scene, and I was like really confused as to what was happening. So I need to give Ad Astra a rewatch, but The Way Back though, I saw it when I was fully alert and awake, and it was great. Like it, just the tie into to some real life alcohol issues that Ben Affleck had at the time. He went to rehab for it, and just him having to come and coach this high school women's basketball team. It's really, really good. And not only am I a huge basketball fan, I'm a fan of Ben Affleck. I think that hopefully he'll continue to get credit for a lot of his movies, because he's kind of had some ups and downs in his career and his personal life too. So, but I think he's great. So I'll vote The Way Back. So it'll be the Way Back. Be advancing here. Let's see. Then next we have Mitsumar.
Oh yeah.
Going up against Godzilla, King of the Monsters. So, so kind of interesting. So we'll start with Chase. Have you seen either of these?
I've seen Godzilla, yeah. That's
Okay.
the second one. Yeah, second Godzilla, yeah.
Yeah.
Mitsumar looked a little too bizarre for me. I mean, I might go back and check it out. It's the same director as Hereditary, right? Same guy.
Yeah.
I may check it out at some point. We'll see. Godzilla was okay. You don't really go into those monster movies for the story. It's not really. It's just the action and stuff. But
Yeah.
I think it did its job there. I mean, there was more of Godzilla than the first one, obviously. I guess I'll go with Godzilla. But I have a feeling you guys are probably going to vote Mitsumar. I feel like that's probably the better movie.
Yeah,
I don't know. A lot of
see,
people don't like pretentious.
Yeah. but welcome, Malcolm, to the show. I'll keep going around with the votes here, and then we'll get back to you, Malcolm, with Mitsumar versus Godzilla, King of the Monsters. But Jacob, what do you think?
Yeah, it'll be easy because Chase started the votes for this one anyway.
Yeah.
I think you're right. I think Mitsumar is the better movie. I think it's got better performances. However, which one do I have more fun with? Which one would I rather watch?
Yeah.
I'm going Godzilla. I'm gonna turn that on and just have a good time. I think Mitsumar was a good one-time watch, but it's not like, you know what I'm in the mood for? Mitsumar. I don't think there's not a lot of people saying that. I mean, people are in the mood for a good Godzilla, monster movie.
It's a tough watch.
Not a feel-good movie.
Right. So I'm actually gonna go with Godzilla.
Yeah. Well, so I will say that Godzilla King of the Monsters had one of the greatest trailers I've ever seen, with the Claire de Lune trailer. Like, that thing just looked beautiful. Like it's really cool. I go back and watch that trailer all the time. Eventually I want to do, maybe it might be like a Patreon episode so we can play the actual trailer. Like maybe do our favorite movie trailers of all time sometime. But Mitsumar though, like that movie got to me. That movie stuck with me in like a visceral way, and like really like my favorite horror movies are the psychological ones that just really mess with your mind and your brain. You're like, what the heck's happened? I can't believe what I'm seeing. And it just messes with you. Or like they're like very anxiety driven movies. And Mitsumar was exactly that, with a lot of just creepy elements in there. And Mitsumar is actually in my top 128 of all time. And I think Florence Pugh gave an amazing performance, so I'm going to vote Mitsumar. So, Malcolm, what do you think here?
Yeah, I don't like Godzilla King of the Monsters. Mitsumar is one of the better movies of 2019, so it's easy for me, Mitsumar.
Yeah, sounds good. And Wolfman, what do you think?
This is why I love you, Malcolm. And Jacob, you may not be in the mood for Mitsumar, but you can always say I'm in the mood for a Mitsumar extended director's cut.
Ooh, there you go.
I can't say that because I don't have that.
The 3 hours
Need to get that.
extended director's cut from the A24 shop. This is
Ooh,
this
I'm
is
not in the-
nice.
this is
I'm not
really
in the mood for the theatrical version. Why would I be in the mood for a longer version of it?
Yeah,
because the longer version might add some layers to it that make it.
So it's one that I would like to watch because I haven't seen the extended version yet. So it is one that I would like to watch and see what's added. And
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah.
wait for the Snyder cut of it.
yeah, right.
Well, apparently Ari
the 4-hour long one.
Apparently Ari Aster's next movie he wants to be 3.5 to 4 hours, and he's going to try to release it like that. We will see.
Interesting.
But for me, yeah, I was not a fan of Godzilla King of the Monsters. That was a rough one to get through for me. But Midsommar, huge fan of. I like it just as much, if not even more than Hereditary. Like, it really is excellent to me. It's one of the better movies that year. And honestly, I love Little Women. Don't get me wrong. I love that movie. That was a great movie that year. But honestly, Florence Pugh should have been nominated for this instead. Like, she was that good in Midsommar. Like, she was Oscar worthy in this. She was exceptional. And she's one of my favorite actresses in celebrity crushes. So I definitely have to go with Midsommar.
Yeah. Like, it'd be nice if we could just have like a kaiju movie for once that actually has a good story and like good writing and something like for once.
The villain, what they
don't
did
ever
with the girl.
get
Oh
it.
my god, that was horrible.
Yeah. So it'll be Mitsumar and moving on. So, well, next we have Uncut Gems going up against Harriet. So, Jacob, you're up first. What do you think?
another easy matchup of a movie I've seen against a movie I haven't seen. I've not seen Harriet yet. I do have it. I want to watch it at some point. Uncut Gems. I caught it in the theater, and Adam Sandler gives probably his best performance in this movie. I really like him in Hustle, but maybe it's a little too soon to call that his best performance for me. Uncut Gems. Was a pleasant surprise. Sandler should have been nominated for an Oscar. Let's reward him for actually doing good work, guys. Come on. So I'll go Uncut Gems here.
Well, yeah, like I don't know why he wasn't nominated. I think that it should have been, but yeah, like I thought the Uncut Gems was great. Like we get a really tense drama where you're like on the edge of your seat the whole time, where like it almost like goes into like thriller territory, almost not quite, because it's just a drama here. There's not much action to it, but like still, like you're on the edge of your seat. Like I remember just like gripping like the handlebars, just like, on my seat, just like with like all the crazy like decisions that he makes, and like all the like the descent and all the trouble he gets into. But and then Harriet, like I thought Harriet was good. I didn't think it was great by any means. Remember when I went to go see it, there's this black lady sitting next to me, and me and my friend, we just asked her opinion of the movie just to kind of get a different perspective on it. And like she said that she kind of thought it was okay too. She said that like probably like about half of that seemed to be true and accurate, but then again, we didn't live at that time, so like who's to say what's exactly accurate or not? But like she said that like take a lot of those events with a grain of salt is what she said. So but with that though, I'll vote for Uncut Gems. So Malcolm, what do you think?
Yeah, I haven't seen Harriet. It's one that I've been interested in seeing, just because I've heard about the person it's about a few times. So it's either going to go to Uncut Gems. And just looking at who was nominated that year, I would probably put those 5 performances over Sandler, but I think Adam Sandler is probably easily the 6th in there. So Uncut Gems.
Yeah, it was a tough year. Yeah. But Wolfman, what do you think?
So I have not seen Harriet. I literally am. It's too far for me to grab right now. I'm literally looking at a dusty old DVD screener, an FYC screener they sent me to watch it one time, and even then, I was like, you know what? I just don't. I'm just not in the mood, and so I never got around to watching it, even though I have an FYC screener, so I could just watch it anytime I want. But, Uncut Gems, though, I also had an FYC screener for it, and I rewatched it as an FYC screener, but I also saw it in theaters when it released. And this was one that was really, really great. I thought it was one of the top 10 movies of that year. However, even though it's in the top 10 movies of the year, I own the Blu-rays. And even though I own the Blu-ray, like Jacob said with Mitsumar, this might just be like a great one-time watch for me. Only because, like, not in the sense that it's bad. It's just that, like, it is so, that last 20 minutes is so anxiety inducing. I thought I was going to have, like, pass out in the theater. Like, I was gripping so tight. I thought my hands were going to, like, break off. From gripping my feet so tight. So I was like, I don't know if I want that experience too much, you know? So I think I'm good with keeping my blood pressure at a normal rate.
Yeah.
But Adam Sandler was exceptional. I think he should have actually won the Oscar. That's why I think it was a huge snub. I actually would have put him as the winner in my book. I thought he was the best male performance maybe of that year. It was between him or Adam Driver for me, but he was definitely the best male performance of that year, in my opinion. So I definitely think that he should have won the Oscar. But yeah, hopefully one day he gets recognized. But yeah, I will vote for, as Julia Fox said in the great meme now on the internet, Uncut Gems.
Yeah, Uncut Gems. Yeah. Well, Chase, what do you think?
Another bust for me. I haven't seen either one, unfortunately. So I'll just side with the majority on this one.
Yeah. Good call.
Definitely check out Uncut Gems. It's really great.
Wanted to just grab some because, like, one of the reasons why I love Uncut Gems is because Kevin Garnett. He's my favorite basketball player of all time since I was a kid. I got this plaque here that I have hanging in my room that kind of has him when he was on the Celtics. So I thought that was pretty cool. I just would show that off real quick since we can have a chance to talk about him. So, but yeah,
he's an okay player.
Okay,
He's okay.
Yeah. Anything is possible. Come on.
He's no Tim Duncan, that's for sure.
Yeah, right. But be Uncut Gems, which, funny enough, he was inducted in the Hall of Fame at the same year as Tim Duncan, so they kind of shared that. That's cool. But we have A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood, Tom Hanks movie, going up against Downton Abbey movie. So, and I believe, is it me? Okay. Yeah. So yeah. I've never been a big Downton Abbey fan. I'm just not like a big period piece guy. I mean, there's a few period pieces out there that I do like, but I never really watched the series. Unlike my mom and my sister, they're like obsessed with the show. They went over to England and they went to some of the Downton Abbey, like the castle and like some of the sites for the show, and that they have seen all the movies. They're like really into it. Like my sister would like explain to me like some of the season finales and what happened. And she's like, I couldn't believe it. You got to tune in. I'm just like, that sounds kind of boring. It doesn't sound that interesting to me. Sorry. But A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood, I thought was fantastic. And like, I kind of go more to Won't You Be My Neighbor, the documentary, but Tom Hanks played a great Fred Rogers here. I grew up watching Mr. Rogers all the time. Like he's one of my biggest like things from my childhood, and like all the things that he tackled, like things like war and like divorce and death and like racism, like a bunch of those pretty heavy-handed topics. But like he was just himself, like exactly how he was on the show is how he is in real life. So I think Tom Hanks captured that very well, and like the way that they did it, kind of like a guy that's like going to write about Fred Rogers kind of worked for me, so I'll vote for A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood. So, but Malcolm, what do you think?
So I mean, like like Fred Rogers is what like for me just wasn't a big. It's not a big thing in New Zealand. So I never really knew who it was until the documentaries actually came out. But I've seen the movie. I think the movie was pretty good. But also, never really been a like I've never seen Downton Abbey. It's been one of those shows that I've kind of been interested in, but never seen it. But I randomly, for whatever reason, I decided to just jump in and actually watch the movie. So, but it's actually pretty good. So I actually went. I'm going to go Downton Abbey on this.
Yeah, sounds good. Wolfman, what do you think?
So I have not seen Downton Abbey. My mom has told me a lot about it. She's seen it. My grandma's seen it. And I have seen A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood. And I, like you, I also prefer Won't You Be My Neighbor. That was maybe my favorite movie of 2018. But this one was definitely still a beautiful movie. And while no one can be Mr. Rogers, who I also grew up with, while no one else can really be him, if you're going to cast anyone in the role, Tom Hanks is like the perfect casting because he already is like Hollywood sweetheart. Everyone loves Tom Hanks.
America's Dad. Come on.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm definitely going to go with A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood because of that.
Yeah, I remember when Mr. Rogers passed away. I heard about when I was a senior in high school, and I was like walked around sad the rest of the day. but Chase, what do you think here?
Well, Downton Abbey, it's never really appealed to me. I'm not the audience for that, I don't think. And I did have some interest in seeing Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood, but for some reason, everybody I was talking to said it wasn't as good as it was looking, so I just never got around to seeing that one either. But based on what you guys are saying, it sounds like it might be worth checking out. So I'll probably give that one a try at some point. So I'll vote for that one.
Yeah, sounds good. Jacob, what do you think?
Yeah, I think the problem with A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood is that they're marketing it as a Mr. Rogers movie, which is fair. I mean, you want to do that. You want to get people to watch the movie, but it's not. He's a side character in the movie because the movie is about the journalist doing a piece on Mr. Rogers. Right. So I think maybe that can kind of turn people off. Like, no, we wanted a movie about Mr. Rogers. Well, if you want a movie about Mr. Rogers, just watch Won't You Be My Neighbor. Yeah. If you want,
and it's the better movie too. So.
if you want a movie about the impact Mr. Rogers can make on people, then I think you go with A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood because I think it just kind of shows the kind of person Mr. Rogers could be and his effect on people. Well, yeah, you get that in A Beautiful or in Won't You Be My Neighbor. You can see like a personal side to it in A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood. Again, just much like everyone else, Downton Abbey is one that I've not seen. I've not seen the series. It doesn't, not because it doesn't look bad. It's just I don't tend to just sit down and watch a lot of series. I like my stories to be beginning to end in 2.5 hours. That's more my style. So I'll go with A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood.
Yeah, well, if it makes it to the Elite Eight, which I don't know if it will, that'd be cool if it went up against them for the next year against Won't You Be My Neighbor. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. But
depends on how the bracket shakes out.
Yeah, but we have Hellboy, the 2019 version, going up against the Best of Enemies, which is like Sam Rockwell and I forget the other actress.
Taraji P. Henson.
Yeah, Taraji P. Henson. It's kind of like like racism in like the 60s or something like that, I think. And they go to trial over some things that pertaining to a school. I haven't seen it. I just watched the trailer. But we'll start with Malcolm, and maybe you guys know more about it. If you've seen it, you can explain it better than I can. So, but Malcolm,
look, I almost think we don't need to vote on this because I haven't heard of the Best of Movie. I have no idea what the hell it is, but it's got to be better than the crap piece of shit that's Hellboy. So Best of Enemies.
yeah, it's a bit of a letdown, but But Wolfman, what do you think?
So I remember I almost went to go see Best of Enemies, and then something happened. I couldn't go that day. But I was like this close to seeing it, and I really do want to watch it because Sam Rockwell is actually one of my favorite actors. Like, he is super underrated. He's one of my favorite actors. And so I definitely want to see it because of him. But yeah, it's gotta be way better than Hellboy because God damn was Hellboy a dumpster fire. That film was like, man, even David Harbour could not save that. So yeah, no, I gotta go with Best of Enemies here.
Yeah, we certainly had the look down, but I mean, yeah, they could have had way better writing. They could have had some of the side characters like Abe Sapien and some of those guys in there that they didn't. So, but Chase, what do you think?
Yeah. Well, 3 in a row where I haven't seen any of them, but like I've heard from other people too, Hellboy was just awful, so I never had any interest in that. I do like Sam Rockwell from previous performances. I thought, like in 3 Billboards, especially, was one of my favorite roles of his. Did really good in that one. Yeah, I don't know anything about Best of Enemies, but I do know that Hellboy was not good, so we'll go with Best of Enemies.
Yeah, sounds good. Jacob, what do you think?
Yeah, I'll follow the trend. Even though I haven't seen the Best of Enemies, I would rather watch that for the first time than rewatch Hellboy. So I'll go with the Best of Enemies.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I kind of avoided Hellboy also. I mean, it looks cool from like the poster and like how David Harbour looks, but I mean, beyond that, I haven't heard really anything.
Okay, it was good casting, but just didn't pan out, I guess.
Yeah, right. Yeah, and the Best of Enemies looks great because like in my opinion, I don't think Sam Rockwell's ever given a bad performance. Like I can't name one. So I mean,
That's
so yeah,
he's one of the best.
Yeah, like I'll watch anything he does. So he's one of my favorite actors. So and Taraji P. Henson's great. I mean, yeah, like she's been given great performances recently. So yeah, I will vote for the Best of Enemies. Yeah, so clean sweep.
Clean sweep. Yep.
Yeah, for a movie most of us haven't seen, but that's all right. Yeah. Well, we have Cats. We get to talk about Cats there.
Yes.
Going against Captain Marvel, which is maybe a letdown as far as a Marvel movie goes for some people. So we'll kind of see. But we'll start with Wolfman.
All right.
What do you think here?
Okay. Man. All right. So I'm gonna say something. First off, both these movies suck in my book. They both are awful. I did not like any of them. But if I'm gonna go with the one that I think like Captain Marvel is the most forgettable pile of shit. Like, it is just super forgettable. While I had Cats lower on the list of like the movies that I saw that year, I think Cats is a lot more memorable. Like, way more memorable. That film, it's still stuck in my head. It is
maybe not for good
nightmare
reasons.
people. Like, I am having nightmares even to this day about that movie. So it is stuck in my mind. So because of that, it has stuck with me. And it was one that, like, I saw my friend who's never walked out of a movie. He ran out of the theater when that,
Get me out of
during that. And so it's one of those ones that I did laugh a lot. I was entertained through some of it, through how ridiculously bad it was. So I've got to go with Memory All Alone in the Moonlight. Gotta go with Cats.
Well, might be the one good thing about the movie is that song. Like the rest of it's horrible.
And if you close your eyes during that scene, the song is so good because then it's like you don't have to look at the weird human cat face hybrid thingy.
Yeah,
it's
right.
like you just listen to the beautiful Jennifer Hudson's beautiful voice. So.
Yep. Well, Chase, what do you think?
I don't think I've seen a Christmas time movie do more poorly in theaters than Cats did. Like, it was just terrible. Like, it was.
Yeah.
I think it was in and out by the first of the year. Like, it was really bad. They were intended to be one of the big Christmas break releases, but it was just bad.
Did you ever go to the theater when Cats like was playing to see people's reaction? Because I did that when I worked at the theater, and it was it was funny to see people's reaction.
They did some kind of weird like recut of it like last minute too, because I remember we had it for like a week and then we had to like reload a new file of it because they fixed something on it. I don't remember what it was exactly, but there was some weird thing like that I recall, but I'd have to look it up.
Weird.
But yeah, Captain Marvel, I don't think it's probably in the top 5 worst Marvel movies for sure, if not one of the worst ones, I think. But I will give that the advantage over Cats because I think it actually had some good material to it at least. So,
but yeah, sounds good. Yeah. Well, you said you had to go after a couple more, so if you got to head out, we can let you go. But
yeah, this is gonna be my last one here probably.
But yeah, do you have anything that you want to plug or like tell us where we can find you or anything? Or
well, I was just going to mention that if you guys haven't heard, that National Cinema Day is on Saturday the 3rd. There's $3 movie tickets at all the participating theaters. They're also doing some concession deals, so it's a cool thing to go check out. Yep. Not a lot of good stuff in theaters right now, but $3, you might as well go try something out maybe you wouldn't normally want to see. So.
Well, as a Regal Unlimited member, I already get like free movies basically. So
yeah, that's true. Yeah.
But even still, yeah, go check out the non-Regal like theater. Maybe there's something playing over there, you know.
Right. Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. But cool. Well, thanks again, Chase, for joining us. So yeah.
Yep. Thanks for having me.
It was fun. Yeah. We'll see you.
See you guys.
Yeah. Well, Jacob, what do you think here?
Yeah, I have not seen Cats. I have no desire to see Cats. Trailers didn't do anything for me. And I don't mind Captain Marvel. I think it's watchable. I like it. I think the 90s setting is pretty cool. I love seeing a younger Samuel L. Jackson, a younger Nick Fury, and I think Jude Law is also pretty good in the movie. So yeah, I will go Captain Marvel pretty easily, actually.
Yeah, Cats. Like, oh my gosh, like I don't know what we're like even thinking here. Just putting Judi Dench, like Dame Judi Dench, in a cat outfit, Idris Elba, or like Ian McKellen, some of those guys that just like it's almost like embarrassing.
It would have been okay because no one has ever complained about the Broadway play, as far as I know. Like,
no, they never complained about that. So I guess maybe
it would have been okay if they just kept the normal suits instead of doing this like, CGI face on like a hybrid of like whatever the fuck it was.
Yeah, like it just looked weird. And then like thank goodness we never got the butthole cut. I know that was kind of more of a joke, but even still,
release the butthole cut.
Yeah, release that. Yeah, but yeah, like I just like going to see people's reaction. Like when I worked at a theater, like people would just be like laughing and like talking out loud, like, what is this? Like, what am I watching? And they're just dying laughing, like treating it more like a comedy when it's not really supposed to be. And
one of the most unintentionally hilarious movies of that.
Yeah, right. Yeah, and I don't really understand the like the Jellicle stuff. Like it just it didn't make any sense to me. So, but with Captain Marvel, like I actually had some fun with it. Like I think Captain Marvel is a great character, and I like the whole 90s setting. I mean, they threw in a blockbuster. They threw in some of the like nostalgic 90s stuff in there. Like even Jude Law, like he was pretty good in it, and like there was some fun to be had. I didn't think it was like a total just like pile of trash. I thought that it was fine, but it's certainly better than Cats. So I don't know if Captain Marvel would win against a lot of these, but it will beat Cats. So I'll go with Captain Marvel. But Malcolm, what do you think?
Yeah, this is Captain Marvel. Cats is just horrendous. Like, it's never not one I can have fun with. Like, there's some movies that are so bad they're good. There's some movies that are just so bad they should just be locked up in a dumpster, set on fire, and set up in space.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
But yeah, I had fun with Captain Marvel. Like, I literally don't think there's a bad MCU movie. I have fun with all of them. Like, for me, they're all 3 stars or higher, so Captain Marvel for me.
Yeah. Well, it'll be Captain Marvel is moving on. Not surprised. But up next we have, I always forget the name of the one with Natalie Portman, or she's looking at them.
Lucy in the Sky.
Yeah, there you go. Lucy in the Sky. If it wasn't cut off, I would remember it. Going to mention Little Women. So, but it'll be Jacob first. So what do you think?
Yeah, I briefly remember seeing like trailers for Lucy in the Sky, and then not hearing anything about the movie. Like,
yeah,
I think the trailer was on TV for like a week, and then I'd never heard anything from the movie again. So I actually forgot that it was a movie. But Little Women, I like it. I think the performances in it are all good. Saoirse Ronan and Emma Watson and Florence Pugh, I think they're just really good actresses, and I think they worked really well together. And it hurt me to vote against Florence Pugh earlier, so I'm going to rectify that and vote for her this time.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, yeah, like I don't really know like much of anything about Lucy in the Sky. Like even when I was looking for the poster, this is the only poster that exists for this. I cannot find anything else. Can't find very much information about the movie. Like it's just weird. Like it's just there's not a lot out there for it. But Little Woman actually had a lot of fun with like the movie that like if I wouldn't have worked in a movie theater, maybe I probably wouldn't have seen it because it's not my usual thing. But I went into to the theater while I was working there, and I was kind of hooked. Like there's like went in with a pretty cool scene. I won't say what it is, but with Saoirse Ronan near the end, and then just throwing Emma Watson, Timothy Chalamet, Florence Pugh, Meryl Streep. I mean, Laura Dern. I mean, you got a pretty awesome cast, and like they all work. It's actually like really good. Like it's probably my favorite adaptation. I saw the one in the 90s, and that one's actually good too. But I actually prefer this one over that one, so I'll vote for Little Women. Malcolm, what do you think?
I mean, I've not seen Lucy in the Sky. I don't actually remember if it ever got released in New Zealand. But yeah, those that know me know I really love Little Women, and I think it's a really good movie. So Little Woman gets my vote here.
Yeah, sounds good. Wolfman, what do you think?
So literally the only reason I have not seen Lucy in the Sky, I remember the trailers and I was wanting to see it because Natalie Portman is my second favorite actress of all time. I love her. She's excellent. Maybe even number one. She goes back and forth my number one. I love Natalie Portman. And so I do plan to see it eventually because I watch all my favorite actors' movies. But like I think the reason I didn't see it is that like it came out here in the States. It either didn't play where I lived or it like was there for like a week and like literally just 1 week. And then whenever I went, it was like gone. So it was like, so I never got to see it because of just one of those two reasons. Forget. But I did see Little Women opening like day, I think. And yeah, it was a nice surprise. I actually, just because of nostalgia, I do prefer the 94 version. I think it's 94 whenever it was in the 90s. But I do prefer that film a little bit. But I do I thought Greta Gerwig, she was successful with Lady Bird, and then she brings Saoirse Ronan back here, and she does it. She just knocks it out of the park again. I thought Little Women was one of the best movies of that year. It was in like my top like 15 movies, top 20 movies that year, something around there. It was excellent. Florence Pugh was excellent here. So yeah, and Emma Watson, the whole cast, they were all great. So yeah, Little Women.
Yeah. And I can't remember if anyone got nominated for an Oscar. I want to say
Florence Pugh did. Yeah, Florence Pugh got nominated for an Academy Award. I actually think. I think either because Laura Dern, Marriage Story was my number one movie of that year, maybe. But like, I honestly do not think that Laura Dern should have won. I think it should have either been Florence Pugh or Scarlett Johansson for Jojo Rabbit, because it's like those both were way better.
Yeah. So. Well, up next we have Just Mercy. I meant Ma. So.
Nice.
And I believe is it me first, I think?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. And so I actually haven't seen Just Mercy. That was one that that was probably next on my list if I would have had a little more time to watch some movies for this episode. But I'm watching movies for a lot of different things. So, Ma, like I had a fun time with. I mean, I'm not gonna say it was like something that I loved or anything, but like it was fun. Like Octavia Spencer, like she's always great, and like she gave a really creepy performance here. So yeah, it's kind of fun to see her in a horror movie. So, but I mean, even with that though, like Just Mercy, like I wish I would have seen it sooner because it is one that was really high on my list, and I don't know, like sometimes you just forget, and you're like, man, I wish I would have watched that. And so I think even though I haven't seen it, I'm still gonna vote for Just Mercy because like it might be one that I'm probably gonna maybe watch after this or maybe tomorrow whenever I have some time. But yeah, so Malcolm, what do you think?
Yeah, I haven't seen either of these. The only thing I know about Just Mercy, it was directed by the same people that did Shang-Chi.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm going to just go Ma because it's got Viola Davis.
Yeah. Sounds good. Wolfman, what do you think?
Not Viola Davis, Octavia Spencer.
But, yes, Octavia.
I always get those two confused.
Yeah.
I definitely can understand. They're both in the Help together, so
yeah,
that definitely is understandable. So for me, I'm just trying to double check my list to see if I've actually seen Just Mercy or not. Because I've seen a lot of it. Okay, I have not. All right. So what's interesting is, so Just Mercy. I went to the Virginia Film Festival because I live in Virginia, but the Virginia Film Festival is like an hour and a half away. So I get passes now every year to go. So
nice.
So I went up there and but this was before I got press passes. This is like before I was that. So I went up and just paid for every individual ticket, that type of thing. And so I ordered a lot of them online, but Just Mercy was sold out online, but you could still get tickets at the door. So I stood in line because there was still a couple tickets left at the door. And I waited, me and my friend waited in the line. And then as soon as we get to the kiosk, to the window, they say, sorry, it literally just sold out. And so we were like, dang it. And so we waited there. So we didn't get to see Just Mercy, unfortunately. And it won the audience award at that festival. So I wish I would have seen it. And I'd definitely go and check it out. Ma was a fun time. Octavia Spencer gave a great performance in it. But yeah, overall, because I'm like curious to see like how good is it if it won the audience award over some great movies that were there at the festival, I'll definitely have to give it to Just Mercy. So
yeah. And Jacob, what do you think?
Yeah, Ma was a fun time. It was fun seeing Octavia Spencer in this role. But Just Mercy is a fantastic movie. Michael B. Jordan and Jamie Foxx give really outstanding performances, and Brie Larson is a great supporting character. I love the story of it, like Michael B. Jordan as this lawyer who just who wants to help and kind of give his lawyer services without charging because not a lot of people can afford a lawyer. I think all the courtroom stuff is really good. It's an inspiring story, and yeah, I highly recommend it. I will also go with Just Mercy.
Yeah. And I believe with that, do we have a tie?
No, it's 3-1.
Okay, 3-1 for Just Mercy. Okay, sounds good. Then up next, we have Brittany Runs a Marathon going up against Late Night. So, and it'll be Malcolm up first.
I haven't seen Brittany Runs a Marathon, but Late Night is just one of those movies that I kind of read into when I came out that I knew nothing about this at all because I hadn't seen any trailers. I thought, I'll go see it because it's playing at a time that I could go see it.
Yeah.
And it's just one that I really enjoyed. Like Emma Thompson is great in it. Mindy Kaling is great, so I'm going to go late night.
Yeah, sounds good. Wolfman, what do you think?
Damn, how have I seen so many movies from that year, but like there's still things I've missed. So
Yeah. Crazy.
yeah, I'm gonna have to. So I'll have to check these ones out. Because I've not seen any of these, and I'm curious. But I love running marathons, but I also love staying up late at night. So based on that, I don't know, but because I do love running marathons, I need to run more marathons because like I need to really work more in shape. I want to pick Brittany Runs a Marathon.
Yeah. Sounds good. Yeah, that movie's actually really good. I'll talk about it in a minute. It's really good. But Jacob, what do you think?
Yeah, I haven't seen Brittany Runs a Marathon. I've heard good things about it. I watched Late Night. I've only watched it the one time though. I haven't really like been like, oh, let's go back to Late Night. But it was a really good movie. I enjoyed it. I think Emma Thompson and Mindy Kaling were pretty good. So yeah, because I remember having a good time with it, I'll go Late Night.
Yeah. And with Brittany Runs a Marathon, I feel kind of bad now because I watched it and I could have sworn that was Ron Funches I was watching, but it was Little Ray Howery. So, I mean, I didn't really have to admit that, but I just decided to. But he was great. He kind of gave more of a, like, in my opinion, a slightly elevated performance. But yeah, I haven't seen Late Night. It's not really one that's big on my radar to really see. But I just watched Brittany Runs a Marathon today, actually, to prep for this. Holy crap, was this movie amazing. This movie's freaking great. And like, it's not just one of those dumb, like, slapstick comedy movies. It is a comedy, but it has tons of heart to it. And, like, for whatever reason, it was just really relatable for me because I've always been someone, just to be a little transparent, that's, like, kind of struggled with weight issues a little bit. I mean, I'm not like way overweight, but I'm not skinny, and so like that's kind of her thing that she's kind of dealing with, just kind of being at that point. She's almost skinny, she's not, so she decides to get into running, and like she's really, like, I don't know, like they just really like do it well, where she shows not only that but also money too. That's another thing that I relate to it. Like, it's like one minute I have it and the next week I don't, and it's kind of like just one of those things. And I've done some 5Ks. I've never run an actual marathon, but like like it'd be a really big accomplishment because like I relate to my dad. Like he ran a couple of marathons in southern Utah, the St. George Marathon, and then I have a couple of family members that have run in the Boston Marathon, and then my old roommate, one of my best friends, he was an ultra runner, which he's nuts. He would run 24-hour races and like 100+ mile races through the mountains, not just through some trail, like that's on like an actual track, flat surface. He's running through the mountains, and like for him, like it's a real spiritual thing, and I think in this movie too, like it really just like it's like seeing how far you can push yourself and what you're able to accomplish if you really just push yourself to your limit. You can accomplish a lot. So yeah, I just wanted to speak a little more on that one because that movie just really hit me for whatever reason, and like the humor works really well. I think Jillian Bell is hilarious, and so yeah, I'm gonna vote for Brittany Runs a Marathon. If you haven't seen it, definitely go check it out because it's really good. So
and we have a tie again.
That's a tie, yeah. So like this, go back to Malcolm, and then if we have another tie before Austin gets in, we'll just skip Wolfman.
Yeah. So what do you think, Malcolm?
Late Night.
Yeah, that's fair. Since it's the one that you've seen, that's fair. But go check out Brittany Runs a Marathon.
Yeah, both Amazon movies, also. Huh?
Yeah. But next we got the Peanut Butter Falcon up against the Good Boys. So
two drastically different movies.
Yeah, drastically. So I believe that's Wolfman first, right?
Yes, it is now.
Okay.
So
yeah.
I watched both these movies in theaters. But Good Boys is a fun, raunchy comedy if you're into those type things. But it wasn't even my favorite raunchy comedy that year. That went to Booksmart for me. But But to me, the Peanut Butter Falcon, it just affected me so emotionally. This film just really hit the heartstrings. It was so heartfelt. It was so beautiful. And for all you wrestling fans out there, I know Jacob, you're a wrestling fan. There definitely is some wrestling stuff in there. Jake
the Snake.
Oh yeah. So it's a great movie, and Dakota Johnson, she is totally won everyone over after 50 Shades. She's now shown she's an excellent actress. Shia LaBeouf is great. The kid in this, I don't know his name, but I hope to see him in more stuff in the future because he was excellent. So yeah,
Zach
Falcon.
Yeah,
it's a great one. So definitely go check it out.
Yeah. Sounds good. Jacob, what do you think?
Yeah, Good Boys is okay. It was a fun movie. Probably not a comedy that I'm going to go back to very often, but I've gone back to the Peanut Butter Falcon a few times already. One because of the wrestling aspect of it, but it's also like it's a fun road trip ish movie. And then the fact that you got a guy with Down syndrome at the forefront is really cool. I've spoken about this before, that I've worked at a camp for adults and older teenagers with special needs, and they're just some of the best people in the world. Really, really, really fun time. I connect with this movie for that. I connect with it because of the wrestling aspect. And yeah, it's a really good movie. So Peanut Butter Falcon is going to get my vote pretty easily.
So both these movies I actually really like I had a lot of fun with The Good Boys. Like I thought it was hilarious. It's one of the movies from 2019 that I probably laughed at the most. Like it really got me. And I saw opening weekend with a packed crowd that were like everyone was just laughing and having a good time. So that made it fun. But I mean, the Peanut Butter Falcon though, that movie, like I saw it maybe like a couple weeks after it was released, and I had heard some really good things, and when I saw it, like even though I had pretty high expectations, like it even exceeded those. Like it was just really, really good. And yeah, like Shia LaBeouf always brings it. Like I mean, like say what you will about him in his personal life, like he always brings it when he does acting, and yeah, so like he was great. And then Zach Kosagan is the kid that had Down syndrome, and like just the journey that they go on and the friendship that they make, and Dakota Johnson's fun in it too. So yeah, I think I got to go Peanut Butter Falcon here. So, but Malcolm, what do you say?
I'd say I haven't seen either of these movies.
All right. Well,
they're both ones I intended to get to eventually. That eventually hasn't arisen yet. But I'm going to just go Good Boys because why not?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, it's pretty funny. Like, yeah, but I think it's going to be Peanut Butter Falcon here. So, yeah. It sounds like Austin's on his way. He just sent me a text. He got a late truck tonight, so that happens sometimes. But we have Men in Black International up next, though, going up against Hobbs and Shaw. So, and it'll be Jacob first. So, what do you say?
Yeah, I think I'm in the minority because I don't hear people say good things about Men in Black International. I didn't hate it. I thought it was watchable. But I think Hobbs and Shaw is more watchable. I really enjoy this. I think Dwayne Johnson and Jason Statham are incredible together. I think Idris Elba is an awesome villain. I think it was nice to have a spin-off in the Fast and Furious universe that didn't involve these kind of outlandish scenarios with cars and whatever else they wanted to think of. So yeah, even though I do like Men in Black International, the one I do go back to more often and have more fun with is Hobbs and Shaw.
Yeah. Yeah, like I have not seen Men in Black International. I mean, I kind of just like didn't rush out to go see it. I still haven't even watched it yet. But because I think that the first Men in Black is like a classic, like for me, like a person like I quote it all the time. I go back to it a lot, but then after that, like I hated number 2. I thought 3 was good. I did like 3, but it's not on par with the first one. And then I just haven't heard good things, so I'll probably get around to seeing it eventually. Because with that cast that you have, you think you would get a little bit better results, but I guess not. But Hobbs and Shaw was great. Like just from the trailers that they had like Why Can't We Be Friends trailer, and The Rock and Jason Statham just have great chemistry in this movie. Like they're just firing on all cylinders, no pun intended. But and they yeah, they look like they're just having a great time. Idris Elba, like he's basically Superman in this thing. I mean, without the ability to fly, but minus that. But like he's just like basically almost unstoppable. And there's some fun stuff just seeing them go back to the islands to get some of the Rock's family quote like from the movie involved. So yeah, like
acknowledge him.
Yeah, right.
Acknowledge Roman Reigns.
Roman Reigns, that's right. Yeah. He's one of his family members on the island. So yeah, like I'm looking forward to the second one because they're making a second one. So I mean, whether or not it's been confirmed yet or not.
It's been confirmed. They've announced it.
Okay, yeah. Because it made tons of money. So yeah, I'll go Hobbs and Shaw. But Malcolm, what do you think?
Yeah, I really don't like Men in Black International. I want to like it because I like the original trilogy, but I just didn't like it. Hobbs and Shaw is a great movie. I'm gonna go Hobbs and Shaw.
Yeah, sounds good. Well, Wolfman, what do you think?
So, Men in Black International was one of the ones I made sure to avoid. Yes, yes. 2019 was the year I actually went and saw Cats, but I made it a priority to avoid Men in Black International because it just looked awful. To me, I just was not gonna go see it because I'm a Men in Black fan, and I just didn't want them to. I just didn't want them to ruin it. I love Tessa Thompson and Chris Hemsworth together. They were great in Ragnarok. I thought, they'd make a good duo, but like, man, this does not look good. Who makes a better duo though is Dwayne Johnson and Jason Statham. They were both awesome, and Hobbs and Shaw is a great movie. Well, not great, but it's a fun movie. It's great on a guilty pleasure level, but it's fun on a realistic level. So I'm just So I will say that Hobbs and Shaw definitely gives my vote. So.
Yeah, well, we've all kind of given our thoughts. So Austin, we can chime in here. We got Men in Black International versus Hobbs and Shaw. And also welcome.
I'm so happy to be talking about two bad movies. I don't like either one of these movies. Hobbs and Shaw goes on way too damn long, and Men in Black is too long, or it's also too long, but it's boring. I don't know. Idris Elba's okay in Hobbs and Shaw, but it has one of the worst Kevin Hart cameos I've ever seen. But I'll still, I guess.
Yeah, like a gratuitous Kevin Hart.
It's so gratuitous. It's so bad. Yeah. So bad. Did y'all talk about Godzilla already?
Yeah, the King of the Monsters.
It got beat by Mitsumar. So
yeah.
Why'd you have to put it up against Mitsumar?
Well, it's a randomizer. It just does what it does.
I voted for it.
Yeah.
Like I wasn't able to listen because I was unloading and loading trucks, and I had to give direction to some miners, and it's just
okay.
You have to remind me when we go back for the speed round and breeze over and let me see what won what. Just real quick.
Yeah. You can talk about some of those in the second round and kind of see what won what. Yeah. But up next we have the Gentleman up against Shaft from 2019. So and actually. Funny enough, Austin, and you're actually like in the right spot to go first this time. So
goody. So I've been meaning to get around to the Gentleman. I've said like 5 times I've been meaning to get around to the Gentleman, and I still haven't gotten to it yet. I'm just not big on Guy Ritchie movies overall, so I've been putting it off. I don't know. I'm not into his style. I know some people are. I thought the Shaft movie was fun. I like the way they kind of bridged all the generations and brought back Richard Roundtree and kind of it's one of those cool legacy sequels, but again, stop calling your legacy sequels the same as the other movie. Stop it. It's confusing. Because now we have 3 movies that are called
Scream
Shaft.
2022, just
and
called
it's bullshit.
Scream.
I know.
It's like the Halloween
Candyman,
2022, just called
Halloween,
Yeah.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Stop this nonsense already. Just enough.
Yeah.
Now there's Shaft from
Stop this
1978,
madness.
Shaft from 2000, and Shaft from 2019. Stop it. Knock it off. But I'll still go Shaft, because I've seen it, and yeah, I'm not big on
Yeah. Well, yeah, I think the Gentleman is good. Like it is good, especially on spacing on his name, the guy from Notting Hill and all that.
Hugh Grant.
Hugh Grant kind of steals the movie for me. Like I think he's great, and I mean Matthew McConaughey is great, but in it too. But the thing about Guy Ritchie movies is like I can't watch those movies without subtitles. Can't understand what the hell they're saying. Like the accents are just so thick, and it's just I don't know. Like it's just one of those things.
It's the SNL parody.
They also talk extremely fast in those movies.
Well, it's the SNL did a parody of that, and that you can't understand his movies, and they did a trailer with Bill Hader called "Don't You Go Run Raro."
Yeah.
The whole thing is just progressively gets quicker and harder to understand, to where they're just like, "Oh, you don't think you don't need you." It's just like gibberish.
Yeah. So like it's basically that, like almost, but I mean, and then Shaft. I just haven't ever seen a Shaft movie, so maybe one of these days I'll just start from the beginning and I'll watch them all in order. But
you can skip Shaft in Africa. You're fine.
Oh yeah, Shaft. Yeah. Some of the sequels to the original. Yeah. But yeah, I'll vote for The Gentleman. But Malcolm, what do you think?
Your mic is off, or mic is off.
Muted, yeah.
There you go.
But yeah, no, I thought the Shaft movie was all right. I had fun with it. I didn't know what to expect when going into The Gentleman. Just because it's one of those movies I was kind of hit or miss on. I almost was confused to see it here because I thought it was a 2020 movie, but it must have come out just on that cusp between 2019 and 2020. But yeah, I'm going to go The Gentleman on this.
Yeah.
It is 2020, but this is the latter series, so 8 movies from 2021, 2020 are also in the tournament.
Yeah, but I don't think this won the 2020 tournament, though, is what I was saying.
No, it was part of the top 8.
Yeah, part of the top 8. We put the
Palm Springs won. Palm Springs won that tournament. Yeah,
I forgot that this they actually got in the top 8.
Yeah. So you'll see 8 movies from years past.
Yeah, so we've already seen The Way Back.
Yeah, we saw that. So
okay,
but Wolfman, what do you think here?
So does that mean we can see maybe my my favorite film of 2020? I'm thinking of ending things pop up in this tournament, huh?
Well, I mean, I read them off.
It didn't get 80 found 2020.
Yeah.
But so yeah. So for me, I have not seen any Shaft movie either. But I did see The Gentleman, like opening weekend or something like that, and it was actually really good. I remember The Gentleman actually being a really fun time. So I'm gonna go with The Gentleman here.
Yeah. Sounds good. And Jacob, what do you think?
I haven't seen either of these movies. So it's which one do I think I'm going to have more fun with? Which one would I rather watch? And even though I haven't seen any of the series, I think I might have more fun with Shaft. So I'm going to go with Shaft.
Yeah. Well, I still think it's going to be The Gentleman.
Yeah.
It's moving on. So yeah, but that'll be the end of that side. All right. Cool. Well, you missed it. The great Knives Out battle.
Countdown.
Yeah.
Richie's favorite movie.
Yeah, that's a real barn burner. Yeah.
If only Richie was here to see.
Oh yeah. Like, oh, for fuck's sakes, Countdown. That's a horrible movie. Yeah.
Originally, Richie was supposed to be on this episode, but he's moving and has no internet. So, yeah. But over here we got 1917 going up against Bombshell. So, all right. So, It's me first, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, this one's like really easy for me because I have not seen Bombshell. I do want to see it because I mean, now it's basing on the comedian who does the joke about Fox News dads. He's the guy that was canceled from SNL, but Shane Gillis, yeah. So like on his latest special, he has a whole bit about that because my dad is a Fox News dad that just like watches that all the time, and I just
So is mine.
roll with it. Yeah, yeah. So like I wasn't really that thrilled to go out and see it, but I'll probably get around to it like one of these days because it's got a really good cast. So I mean, just for that alone. But 1917 blew me out of the water, especially on a technical aspect. I think it's nearly a masterpiece, like the way that it's shot and like edited and like all that stuff and the camera work. So, but also like it's a really great story. And like we don't have a ton of movies, like especially modern, about World War I. So yeah, I'll vote for 1917. Sam Mendes killed it. So, but Malcolm, what do you think?
Yeah, 1917 is was a big surprise for me. It's one that I didn't know what to expect when I saw it. And I think it's good. I haven't seen Bombshell, so I'm going to go 1917.
Yeah. Well, Wolfman, what do you think?
I have seen both of these movies. One I saw in theaters, one I saw at home. But I can tell you that Bombshell reminded me a lot of Vice tone-wise, if you've seen Vice.
Yeah.
Except it was like a far superior version of Vice because I was not a fan of Vice.
Okay.
But Margot Robbie did an excellent job in it, and she deserved her Oscar nom. She was great in it. And as much as I love you, Margot, you're my girl. I gotta go with 1917 here. It on a technical level is a masterpiece. Roger Deakins, my favorite cinematographer of all time, he just killed it again with this movie, and finally won. Well, he won for Blade Runner 2049, but like finally to see him win again for 1917 was excellent. So yeah. Definitely gotta go with 1917.
Yeah, well, I hope 1917 is the one you saw in theaters, right, and not Bombshell.
Yes, that's the one I ended up seeing in theaters.
Because that movie's made for theaters, but Jacob, what do you think?
Yeah, I haven't seen Bombshell yet. It is one that I think I will get around to. I like all three of the actresses on the poster, so I think I will get around to it eventually. But I have seen 1917. I absolutely love it. It's shown up on Tournament Fights quite a bit, and for good reason, because it's a good movie. The story and acting performances, but also just on a technical level, like we said, it's nearly perfect. So yeah, I'll go with 1917.
Yeah, sounds good. In Austin, what do you think?
Easily 1917. I'll just say that so we can play the Jay Roach filmography game. Anybody want to play for Bombshell?
Sure. Yeah.
So the Bombshell, directed by Jay Roach, who, if you know that name, you'll recognize a few of these movies. He starts out with a movie way back when called Zoo Radio. I've never seen that, but has his big breakout with a little movie called Austin Powers International Man of Mystery.
Okay.
Then directs Austin Powers: The Spider Shack Me. Then directs Mystery Alaska, followed by Meet the Parents.
Wow.
Followed by Austin Powers and Goldmember, because he directed all three of them. Meet the Fockers. And he does some HBO stuff, one called Recount. He also did Game Change, the Sarah Palin movie, so he's got a thing with HBO.
Okay.
He directed Dinner for Schmucks, maybe not as good.
Yeah.
I didn't hate that.
Yeah.
To be honest, I didn't hate it.
Did you hate The Campaign with Will Ferrell and Zach Galifianakis? That movie's not good.
I think I turned that one off like halfway through. I was like, oh,
yeah,
not feeling.
And then he starts to take a dramatic turn with Trumbo with Bryan Cranston.
That was not bad. That was a good one.
Yeah,
I really like that one.
Another HBO movie called All the Way, then Bombshell. So interesting career. He's one of those guys like Adam McKay who started out in comedy and is kind of going a little more dramatic.
It's funny because Bombshell, literally, when I watched it, I thought it was directed by Adam McKay, and I saw Joe Rogan.
Well, I mean, they have similar careers. I mean, Adam McKay did like Step Brothers and Talladega Nights and stuff, and then he's now directing, Vice and Big Short and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, similar trajectories. Yeah.
Well, 1917 moves on. Up next, we have Jumanji: The Next Level, going up against Abominable. So, it's Malcolm first. So, what do you think, Malcolm?
Yeah, I think Abominable is a pretty cute movie. Now I get this and Smallfoot mixed up. Is Abominable the one for LeBron James?
No,
I'm not
that's Space
sure.
Jam, I think, right? Or...
No, LeBron, I think, is in Smallfoot.
Okay.
Yeah, as I said, I know. But no, Abominable. Yes. Okay. No. The Abominable one's the one with Craig from Agent Shield in it. But yeah, Abominable is a cute movie. It's one I just went to. I watched for some reason. I can't remember why I watched it there, but it was fun. But I think Jumanji: The Next Level is a really good sequel. I think it follows on from the first one really good. I think it's not as good as American to the Jungle, but I think it is still pretty good. So I'm going to go Jumanji: The Next Level.
Yeah. Wolfman.
So I didn't actually get a chance to see Abominable. What's interesting is it re-released at my theater here not too long ago, but the screen time is at like 12 p.m. So I was like, well, shoot, okay, that's early. I didn't even get to see it. And that was like the only showtime for it. But Jumanji: The Next Level, I have to go with because it was a fun sequel, and I ended up seeing it like way late in theaters, like way later, because my friend decided when Black Christmas 2019, Jumanji, and like Richard Jewell came out all around the same time. My friend, after a bad breakup I went through, he was trying to cheer me up, taking me to a movie, and he chose Black Christmas 2019 instead.
He put you in an even shittier mood. Oof.
So
what you're saying is you two aren't friends anymore.
Yeah, you broke up. A double breakup.
I had two breakups in one night. It was pretty tragic. But Jumanji: The Next Level, I will go with because it's definitely a lot of fun. So.
Yep. Yeah. Jacob, what do you think here?
Yeah, the second animated movie on the list, and the second animated movie I haven't seen, even though I like my animated movies. I know. I don't know what's going on. No, I do. I think Jumanji: The Next Level is a really good follow up, a really good sequel. So yeah, I had a good time with it, and so I'll vote for it.
Yeah, sounds good. Austin,
I'm right in line. I haven't seen Abominable, but Jumanji's good, just not quite up to the level of See what I did there? Of Welcome to the Jungle. So yeah, but it's still, I'll still vote for it for sure.
Yeah. Well, if I would have remembered, I could have worn my Abominable shirt because I actually have a shirt because I worked at a theater at the time and they were handing out shirts, and so I actually wore. If you go back like about a year ago or so, we did best DreamWorks movies for Rankum on Malcolm's channel, and I wore it on that, and it didn't make the cut though for best DreamWorks movie. But yeah, Jumanji is great. Like I have a lot of fun with it. Like I like the addition to the cast with like some of the older guys like Danny DeVito and Danny Glover and like some of those guys. So and also I gotta shout out Karen Gillan. She's one of my celebrity crushes. So and like Jack Black does great too. Like just playing the female role, but then this one I think he kind of switches it up. I can't remember what the role he ends up doing, but then one of the old guys. But yeah, it's a lot of fun, and I'm pretty sure the third one's confirmed. So like I'll look forward to that one, and yeah, I'll vote for Jumanji here. So.
Which is fitting because it is Jack Black's birthday, so a Jack Black movie should be
nice.
moving on.
Yeah, there you go.
So, shout out
Happy
to
birthday.
David Fincher. It's also his birthday too. So
Oh, nice. Happy birthday, Fincher, Jack Black. Yeah.
And if, by the way, if you love Karen Gillan, I highly recommend you check out Duel from this year. It's got Aaron Paul, and if you love it, if you love Karen Gillan,
I haven't seen Duel.
That is two Karen Gillans in one movie for you.
Nice.
So
Sounds good to me. So yeah, and also I'm a big Aaron Paul fan. He's from Idaho. I'm in Idaho. So yeah, but when we got Alita Battle Angel going up against Captive State, and so kind of some sci-fi here for both, but
Wolfman.
You just first time.
So
Wolfman.
I have not seen Captive State, so I do not know. I think I saw a trailer for that. I think
It's got John Goodman.
Okay, I've seen a trailer for that. I never.
Yeah.
It just looked boring to me. I was not interested really, but I did see Alita Battle Angel in 3D, and I can tell you, the 3D of that movie was exceptional. Like, oh my god, it was amazing. And that James Cameron's a part of that, obviously, because he was a producer on it and like a writer on it. But yeah, I actually had a lot of fun with Alita Battle Angel. I personally think it's like one of the most underrated movies of 2019. I think it was like legit good. Like we actually had I had a lot of fun with Alita. Now I'm familiar with the anime. I have watched the anime, but I'm not familiar with the manga. So I do not know how it is, comparing it to the manga and all that stuff. But as far as a movie on its own and an anime adaptation, it was really solid. I thought it was a really good movie. So I'm going to go with Alita Battle Angel here.
Yeah, Jacob, what do you think?
I have seen Captive State, and that's all I can tell you about it. It was a pretty forgettable movie. I do remember seeing it in theaters. I remember liking it. I don't remember hating the movie. I don't remember anything about the story. So I'd have to rewatch it to refamiliarize with it. But I really enjoyed Alita Battle Angel. I thought it was a lot of fun. So yeah, I'll go with Alita.
Yeah. Austin.
Yeah, I saw Captive State because a buddy of mine said it was like pretty good, and then I watched it and I was like, bro, are you high? Oh, that's right, you are high. Like he's literally high. Like so he liked it more than I did. He smokes a lot. So he actually was high. It's a movie
pretty good, man.
It felt like a Netflix movie, like one of these like good premise, not great movies. But who's got music on in the background? What the hell is going on?
With some nice elevator music. It's supposed to be soothing for you, Austin. Yeah.
No.
Someone's got it on.
Anyways, I saw Alita in the theaters. I liked it. One of Robert Rodriguez's better movies of this century. So yeah, I'll go with Alita. I liked it.
Yeah. Yeah. So for me, I actually I forgot that I watched 4 movies to prep because I watched Alita Battle Angel for the first time, and the movie was a lot of fun. I had a good time with it. I didn't.
Or as Jordan put in his description, Sleeta Battle Angel.
Yeah. Whatever that. Yeah.
No. In your Facebook post, you put Sleeta Battle Angel.
It's probably famously a lot of typos. I just type quick and post. I don't edit my posts a lot, but yeah. But for Alita Battle Angel, not Sleeta, but I was surprised by it. The look of the Alita kind of throws me off a little bit because the eyes are so big. I don't know if that's to match the comic book or what they were going for, but that part always throws me off. But beyond that, though, I thought it had a great score. I thought it had a great tension that was built, some really cool action scenes. That it was a lot of fun, and I like seeing Christoph Waltz actually play a good guy for once. So that's was fun to see. So
he usually plays a good guy.
Well, I don't know. I've seen him play a lot of villains, like Django.
He's a good guy in Django.
Well, he's a good guy in Django.
Well, yeah. Was it?
It was
Glorious Bastards is a bad guy.
Yeah, Glorious Bastards. Yeah, but And he was a villain in one of the Bond movies too. So
yeah, but he does about 50-50.
And the Legend of Tarzan and Big Eyes. He was kind of
yeah.
Well, for every one he plays a bad guy, he plays like a straight good guy.
Yeah. For some reason I've probably seen
Dick and Big Eyes.
Yeah, I've probably seen more of the movies where he plays a villain in this role, but yeah, Captive State was one that I was maybe going to watch, but I chose between that and Alita Battle Angel, so I'm actually glad. Like it's between these two, literally, that I was gonna watch before this, and I chose Alita, and it sounds like I made the right call, so I'll go with Alita. And also, this movie reminds me of one of my favorite video games. It's called Detroit Become Human. If you ever played that game, like there's a lot of similar vibes to that with like an android being rebuilt and going through this journey and stuff. So yeah, but Malcolm, what do you think?
Yeah, it looks like all the movies I haven't seen from 2019 are in this side of the bracket. Yeah, because I haven't seen either of these. Like Alita was one that I've been meaning to get to every now a few times, but for whatever reason I haven't got around to it yet. Captive State's actually got a pretty stacked cast, because you got like John Goodman, you got Jonathan Majors, you got Vera Farmiga, you got Alan Ruck, who was Cameron in Ferris Bueller's Day Off, James Ransom. So I mean, there's a lot of well-known people in here, but I'm going to go for what I've always been wanting to see, and that's Alita Battle Angel.
Yeah, and I know that like even Greg Nicotero, he was involved with The Walking Dead. He was involved with Captive State too. So I thought maybe it might have some similar vibes. So
There
but I
is
haven't
no
seen
Captive State too.
Oh yeah, you know what I mean. Captive State, but yeah. So it's going to be Alita Battle Angel.
Yep.
Right. Let's see. And up next we have Booksmart. Going up against Maleficent, Mistress of Evil, the sequel.
a movie that I forget exists.
Yeah, right.
And it came out like 3 years ago. I forget they even made that movie. Yeah.
Well, it kind of like they had a little bit of like marketing, like I don't know, but then like all of a sudden the marketing stopped and the movie just was released. And
I swear to God, if you asked me yesterday how many Maleficent movies there have been, I'd say one.
Yeah, right.
I sincerely, I'd be like, "Oh, there was a sequel to that." Okay, and guess what? I'll look it up. It probably made $1 billion.
Yeah, it probably did, but
because the first one did.
Yeah, but Jacob, you're up first. So what do you think?
Yeah, I will go with Booksmart because it's a good movie.
Yeah.
Yep. Sounds good. Austin,
I'm exactly the same way because I did not like Maleficent, so I didn't bother with the sequel. And I've seen Booksmart, and Booksmart's a good One Crazy Night movie. So there you go. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean this movie's weird, like because it played in a theater while I was working there, so I did see it, and it's like it's called Mistress of Evil, but yet like she kind of becomes good in like some ways, and like she's not as evil as you would think, but she still is out for herself, but still like it's kind of forgettable. Like I'm not gonna say that that's terrible. Like it's not. It's watchable, but just very forgettable. So and then Booksmart's awesome. Like it's kind of like the like what am I thinking that Jonah Hill movie that I'm having a brain fart on. Yeah, it's like the female Superbad. Like it. Like got a lot of those vibes, and so yeah, I thought that it was directed very well. So yeah, I'll vote for Booksmart. Malcolm, what do you think?
Yeah, so when it comes to Maleficent, Mistress of Evil, I liked it better than Countdown, but I liked it, but I liked Cats better than Maleficent.
Oh wow!
Did y'all talk about Cats yet?
Yeah.
Oh, for fuck's sake! Oh, come on! What was it up against? Come on now!
Missed all the fun
ones. It was up against Captain Marvel.
Well, it's up against Captain Marvel.
Oh, 2 shit movies. Fun.
Yeah.
You know what?
I voted for Cats.
What went through?
Captain Marvel.
Yeah, it's Captain Marvel.
Oh shit. Well, I forget you guys are legit trying to vote for the best movies because I would have voted for Cats. I would have voted for Cats because I had more fun with Cats than Captain Marvel, honestly.
Yeah.
So I just
Captain Marvel was forgettable shit, and I'm never going.
Captain Marvel's boring, but Cats ain't boring. It's anything but boring.
I'm never
It's
going.
boring,
to
but it's
Cats.
not.
It's
good.
Well, neither one is good, so that's a wash.
I mean, anyway, I disagree with you on that part, but I like Booksmart. I'm voting for Booksmart.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. That sounds good.
Yeah.
Wolfman.
Booksmart is like, it's like maybe like number 10 in my top 10 movies of that year. Like I loved it. But it goes back and forth between like that and Honey Boy because those are both like high up there for me. But yeah, Booksmart, it was excellent. I honestly kind of was hoping this would be like nominated for like a best screenplay nomination at the Oscars because it kind of deserved it. And so, but Olivia Wilde, for a directorial debut, she did such a good job directing this movie.
Yeah.
Caitlin Dever and Jonah Hill's sister is in it, and they're both excellent.
Yep.
And so yeah, I cannot wait to see Olivia Wilde's next movie, Don't Worry, Darling. But this one got me excited for that. Booksmart, I might even watch it. Maybe not tonight because I might watch a David Fincher movie tonight to celebrate his birthday. But I'll definitely watch Booksmart very soon because I'm in the mood for a rewatch of that. So yeah, I'm gonna definitely rewatch that soon because I love it so much.
Yeah. And the other actress was Bernie Feldstein. She was in it. And then like I will say too that like how they handled like the LGBTQ stuff like it works really, really well.
Oh, yeah.
And like it sucks they had that whole controversy where they edited it out for like planes. They had it on planes and they took all that stuff out, which was annoying. So I'm glad.
That scene where they're watching like porn in the car and everything, and then you just hear the noises, right? And then he plays on the radio and he's like, oh crap! And they're like trying to figure it out. And he's like, is that Cardi B? I died.
Yeah.
So
funny. That's good stuff. Yeah, it's pretty funny. So yeah, Booksmart is moving on as it should. Then we have Frozen 2. Here you go.
Oh my god!
Up against Murder Mystery. Ooh,
Jesus.
Yeah,
there's a lot of bad movies, huh? In 2019.
Yeah.
A lot of great ones too.
Or like a lot of bad ones ended up on this half of part one. But Austin, you're up first.
Pass.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know. Like, I don't bother with the Adam Sandler Netflix movies because they're Adam Sandler Netflix movies. And
I heard his new one's actually really good.
Frozen 2 is awful.
Yeah, Hustle.
Hustle. I don't know. I guess Murder Mystery because it doesn't have songs.
Yeah.
It's not that I know of. Does it have songs?
Yeah.
Hopefully not.
Well, actually, no, I'm just kidding.
Is it a musical?
Yeah.
Is it a murder mystery musical?
Yeah. But yeah, Frozen 2. Like I worked in a theater during both Frozen 1 in one theater, and then I took a couple of years off from working at theaters. Went back to one just because I love movies, and it was right during Frozen 2. I'm like, are you kidding me? Yeah, Frozen 2, I just don't care for. I do like that it gets a little darker than the first one, but still, like, it just, I don't know. It's a Frozen movie. That those movies are just like played to death over and over again, and I just don't really care for them all that, like, at all. But Murder Mystery, like, I'll just say that it's watchable, and that's really all I can really say. Like, it's like, I mean, it is. I mean, you're not going to come away saying that was Adam Sandler's worst movie or one of the worst movies ever made. I mean, Jennifer Aniston at least helps to make it passable, but it's fine. It's fine. So I'll just say, or I'll vote for Murder Mystery.
What an endorsement!
Yeah, right. What a glowing endorsement. Yeah. But Malcolm, what do you think?
Yeah, I actually thoroughly enjoyed both of these movies.
Of course you did. Of course you did.
Of course.
Because I mean, when it comes to Disney animation, like I really enjoyed the first Frozen, and I thought Frozen 2 was miles better. And I just thought it was a lot of fun. Look, Murder Mystery, I had a lot of fun with. I thought it was actually pretty good. Like, it wasn't as really funny, but as a actual murder mystery type story, if I was sort of if they didn't label it as a comedy, just labeled it as like a murder mystery or thriller or something like that, I think it would have worked a lot better if it wasn't supposed to be a comedy.
Yeah.
So, but that being said, I do enjoy Frozen 2 a lot more, so I'm going to go Frozen 2.
Yeah, but that's what they should have done. They should have not marketed it as a comedy. Just be like a murder mystery movie or like thriller or whatever with comedic elements. So you don't say comedy. You just let
if it's like a parody or do a parody of stuff like Knives Out or Clue or something and make it like
right
murder mystery movie, like something like that.
Which speaking of murder mystery, I've heard some more news about the Ryan Reynolds Clue that they're signing people, that cast members and stuff. So it's happening. But Wolfman, what do you think here?
Well, speaking of Knives Out, it did not help this movie Murder Mystery that a much better murder mystery called Knives Out was released the same year. So, so that's why I'm not finding Murder Mystery here. I am one that actually prefers Frozen 2 to the first Frozen. And I actually do, because it's like Frozen 1. I do not remember anyone. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't, like, maybe a few people did, but like I don't remember like hardly anyone making YouTubes and Vines and TikToks and Facebook videos of like, their songs. Like maybe they did with Into the Unknown, possibly, but like it was not as big as like Let It Go, Let It Go. That was like everywhere, and it got so annoying. And then all the other songs got so annoying. And I'm a musical guy, I love them, but like that movie got so annoying after a while. This didn't bother me because maybe like one song people got hooked on, which was that Into the Unknown, and like no one else like sung any of these other songs. So like it was definitely much more tolerable on that front, and I just thought it was a better movie all around. So yeah, Frozen 2 for me.
Well, Wolfman, just try working in the theater where the first Frozen was literally in theaters for an entire year. I've never heard of a movie being in theaters that long. And then they released the sing-along version. So all these little girls dressed up in their little princess costume. They come in, they're singing the song. It's like, give me a break, get me out of this nightmare.
Look, Jordan, just let it go. It's in the
yeah, right. Just let it go. Yeah, I'm trying to. I'm having some PTSD from that, but Jacob, what do you think?
Yeah, just let it go into the unknown.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Murder Mystery because it's an Adam Sandler Netflix movie. Although Hustle was really good from this year. It's still my favorite movie of the year so far. But that's not what we're talking about right now.
Yeah.
I liked Frozen 2. I preferred it to the first one. I think the songs are better. I like the story. It is a little darker. I think the scene where Olaf is recapping the first Frozen movie is genuinely funny. They actually did an entire short series around that on Disney Plus of Olaf recapping classic Disney movies.
Nice.
They need to, but we don't need that. We need Michael Pena like recapping all those movies.
Yeah, we want that.
Yeah. And we need We still need Michael Pena recapping like every movie in the MCU.
See what
that would be great as well.
Right, let me tell you what had happened. Yeah.
So there was this guy, Tony Stark, and like he was like having sex with all these girls, like that was funny, and then he got captured as guys.
I'm surprised they didn't do that, even as like a in theater exclusive for when Endgame came out.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if they recapped before the next Ant-Man movie. I think that would be fun. I'll go Frozen 2 here.
Yeah. Well, Frozen 2 is gonna make it just because it's going to begin to murder.
I really don't want to think about it again in the chat.
Yeah. It's one of Ross Bristow's classic random comments here, everybody. Here you go. Classic. All right, anyways.
Hello, Ross.
Now I'm going to address it. But we have Cold Pursuit going up against us. I don't know if we even want to vote here, but we could.
Well, Chris Scott was here. I mean, give Cold Pursuit a 10.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's pretty easy.
5 out of 5 plus. Give it. Yeah.
I mean, my
Well,
vote was pretty easy.
yeah. I mean, we can make it quick, Austin.
Yeah, Cold Pursuit is whatever. I don't even love Us. I'm actually not really a big fan of it, but it's still a better made and overall better movie than Cold Pursuit. So Us.
Yeah. I mean, Cold Pursuit. I actually like surprisingly do kind of like it better than like some of the generic Liam Neeson action movies. It's because I'm pretty sure that's the one that's set in Colorado, and then he has to go up against all these Russian guys that are living there, and I can't remember like the actual premise. I just remember like having like some fun with it. But I mean, you're going up against Us, and I thought Us was really good. I didn't think it was on like as good as Get Out, but I mean, it's still a good movie. So yeah, I'm excited they're going to do some Jordan Peele from Us and Nope at Universal for Halloween Horror Nights. So I'm looking forward to that. So yeah, Us. Malcolm.
Yeah, I haven't seen Cold Pursuit. The trailers looked interesting. I do plan on seeing it at some stage.
Yeah.
I mean, from what I gathered, it's about someone being taken on a nice road or something like that. But I'm gonna go Us.
Yeah. Wolfman.
So I've not seen Cold Pursuit, and I kind of have no interest. But I actually really like Us a lot. It actually might be my favorite Jordan Peele movie. I know that's kind of controversial to say, but like because I was a really big fan of Us. So,
well, thank you. Oh, you meant the movie. I'm sorry.
Fan of all of Us.
But I mean, it goes back and forth between that and Get Out. But yeah, I was a really big fan of Us, so I will definitely give it that.
Yeah. Jacob.
Yeah, Cold Pursuit is your generic Liam Neeson action movie. It's watchable, but once you watch it that one time, it's not like you need to. You can put any other Liam Neeson action movie on, and basically you're watching the same thing. I liked Us. Shout out to Lupita Nyong'o for her performance. I think she was really good in the movie, kind of playing these two different characters. So, yeah, I'll go with Us.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
And like, I dare someone to put like Liam Neeson's last like 5 movies up on screen and see if you can know which one is which. You probably will get confused. Yeah. So
there's one just it being in snow might help. That's like the only
thing.
Well, every one of them is like Liam Neeson just photoshopped, just standing by somebody and you know looking frowny faced and then whatever Liam Neeson and whatever.
We had another snow one like Ice Road or something like that. So yeah, a couple of those.
Yeah, Neeson in the snow.
That was the one I was referencing. I was making a joke by taking the nice word into one sentence.
Oh yeah, right.
Have we seen Liam Neeson in an airplane yet? That's probably going to be next.
Actually, I think we have. Isn't it called Nonstop? We got that one.
Is that the one? Oh, there we go.
Yeah. So
Liam Neeson on the submarine.
Yeah, right, on a submarine.
Just do a Planes, Trains, Automobiles remake and just have Liam Neeson as the only
the only guy. Yeah, right. But we have Klaus. I wanted to include it because people were pretty high on it from Netflix. So, and then going into The Irishman. So
Netflix movies are really great.
Yeah. So, is it Malcolm first or is it me? I can't remember.
It was supposed to be you last time, but we'll go with you this time.
Okay. Yeah.
I dare you to tell me tell the difference between Ice Road and The Cold Pursuit.
Yeah, right.
Sure they're the same movie.
The same movie, yeah.
Yeah. And then they just re-edited it.
Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, this was kind of interesting here just because Klaus I thought that it was good. Like, I had some people really hype this up to me. Like, man, this is like one of the best animated movies I've seen in the last 10 years. It's like really good. It's good. It's good. But I mean, I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna go that high on it. But I mean, what's something different though to kind of do like a different twist on the movie? I do like that. Like Norm Macdonald was like a key character in, a key voice in this. So that was fun. And The Irishman, I don't tout it as high as a lot of people. I think it was way too long. I think like the de-aging stuff was fun, but it's kind of the movements don't match the de-aging. But I think even so, I'll still go with this with the Scorsese, The Irishman. I think that it does deserve credit. It's good. They're both movies that are good, but not like masterpieces in my mind. So, but Malcolm, what do you think?
Yeah, I think if I remember rightly, I think when you did a Christmas tournament fights, I think everyone gave you shit for leaving out Klaus.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, probably so.
I'm one of those people.
I probably hadn't seen it at that point.
Bro, we had to keep Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 2. It was just essential. Okay.
Yeah, right. Come on.
All right.
But did we need Christmas with the Cranks?
It made it into this Elite Eight, so obviously it
Whoa,
was.
whoa. You had Christmas with the Cranks.
Yeah, but did we need Christmas with the Cranks?
What the
Yeah.
No, we did
Or
not.
Deck
need
the
that.
Halls or whatever.
Yeah.
Deck the Halls was in there over that? Okay.
Yeah.
That was weird.
I mean, I agree that Klaus should have been in the Over Them, but I still like those two movies as well. But anyway,
Of course you do.
this is not Malcolm's terrible movie takes.
Yeah.
But anyway, look, I was one of those guys that gave Jordan shit about Klaus not being in the tournament because I really love Klaus. And it's just one of those movies that is just really good. It's just a nice Christmas movie. Look, and when it comes to The Irishman, I just really didn't like it. Because I thought the de-aging stuff really took me out of the movie. The length didn't bother me because I'm used to like 3-hour movies anyway. Because Endgame also was out this year. But it was also one of those ones that seemed like it was initially its initial concept was sort of a limited series and just be cut up into segments, as opposed to just being a full cohesive movie. But I'm gonna go Klaus on this.
Yeah, sounds good. Wolfman.
Yep.
What do you think?
So for me, man, I love both these movies, but one of these was in my top 10 of 2019, and one of them wasn't. I love Klaus a lot, but it was like in my top, like maybe 30 or so. But for me, The Irishman, I believe it is a near masterpiece. It wasn't a masterpiece fully only because of like you can de-age their faces, but you can't de-age age. You know, so it's like there is still
you can't de-age like Al Pacino trying to walk around and not be 80 years old while he's walking.
And like Black Mirror kicking a human, and it's like it looks, you know, actually like you can't do it properly.
He's having some trouble there.
Yeah. So like that was a little bit my issue, but like I was going in because Martin Scorsese is my second favorite filmmaker, right behind Tarantino. Like I love Scorsese. I was going into a 3.5-hour movie, hoping that would be good. I was not expecting it to be like, I was expecting maybe like a Goodfellas type deal or Casino type thing. This is like his most somber gangster film he's ever done. This is a film about loneliness, a film about aging, a film about regret, and so much other themes that pop up in this film. And it was really powerful to me. And it's hard to believe this is the first time Al Pacino worked with Martin Scorsese. And it's also like Joe Pesci came out of retirement for this movie.
Yeah.
Scorsese convinced him
cool.
to come out of retirement. And I thought Joe Pesci was honestly the best performance of this movie. I thought he was excellent. But so yeah, to me, I'm going to pick The Irishman because it's just was one of the best movies of that year.
Well, I heard a rumor, and it's one of those like tall tales that gets exaggerated over time. But I heard Martin Scorsese had to show up at what's his name door, and now I'm like already brain farting on. Yeah, Joe Pesci. I don't know why.
He just said Joe Pesci.
Yeah, literally, like just today, it was in my brain and it went out. But anyway, he had to show up at Joe Pesci's house like 10 times or something like that to try to convince him because he said no a bunch of times. So yeah. but anyways, Jacob.
Yeah, I liked The Irishman. I thought it was good. I thought the performances were great. I do, but it's not a Scorsese movie I'm going to go back to. I think as much as, like The Departed or Hugo or maybe even
to be
now.
fair, the film is also depressing as hell. Like that's another thing too. It's like it's hard to rewatch it because if you know how it ends, it's like it's actually really depressing too. So that's reason go back to it often.
So, but Klaus is one that I do go back to every Christmas. I think I think it's a lot of fun. So I will go with Klaus.
Yeah, sounds good. Austin?
Yeah, unfortunately, I didn't get around to Klaus yet. I just figured I missed it last Christmas, so I'll just wait around till this Christmas and maybe watch it then, especially if it's still on Netflix. So I'll hang on to it. But yeah, I like Scorsese mob movies. I like The Irishman a lot. Not as much as like Goodfellas or something, but I thought it was very good, and it was great seeing Pesci again, and Al Pacino is actually one of the best things about the movie. He's great. Ray Romano's great in this movie. Good stuff all around. So yeah, I'll go with The Irishman.
Yeah. Well, what are the votes at here?
Irishman 3-2, just barely.
Okay. Yeah, I know.
Also, Austin, last Christmas hasn't shown up on the tournament, at least not that I know of.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, and it probably won't. Yeah, just saying. But we have Brightburn going up against Stuber. So, Jacob. What do you think?
Yeah, I had some fun with Stuber. I think the two leads are pretty entertaining together, but it's not a comedy that I'm going to go back to very often. Brightburn was a lot of fun too. Like, what if Superman was evil? It's a fun concept, but it's also not one that I've gone back to since the first time I watched it. So it's which one of these would I go back to first? Probably Brightburn.
Yeah, sounds good. Austin?
Yeah, it's I had like zero interest in Stuber. I just don't. It's just not a movie I would care to like sit down and watch. But yeah, I had a lot of fun with Brightburn. It's got a lot of horror elements to it, and I love the kind of dark, evil Superman thing. And I wish this movie made more money because it didn't do very well. Because I'd really like to see a sequel to this movie. Sequels we'd like to see. Jordan, I'd really like to see a sequel, like a follow up, and maybe jump a couple years ahead. Cool. Maybe jump a couple years ahead where he's like an older teenager or something, or a little older, and see what he's up to. They kind of tease at the end of the movie, and unfortunately, I don't think we'll ever see it, which kind of sucks.
Yeah.
But I like Brightburn a lot, so I'll go with that.
So Brightburn was one that I watched for the first time to prep for this. I watched it like 2 days ago, and it was really solid. Like I really liked it. I wasn't sure, like when I first went into it, like how much I was gonna like it. Like it was kind of a little slow to start, but slow burn a little bit, but then it kind of picks up a little bit, like and like it gets really good, and yeah, like what a Superman was evil, and like it's like you wonder if it's like that's just who he is, or if it's one of those things that like kicks in at puberty, or it's one of the like maybe he's possessed. I don't know. You kind of just like speculate for yourself and decide. And then Stuber, like. I had fun with it because I do like Kumail and Nanjiani, and like the pair of the two of these guys together, Dave Bautista. I mean, I like both of them. It just didn't get me that much. I mean, it was entertaining, but it's not anything that great. So I got to go with Brightburn. So, but Malcolm, what do you think?
Your mic's off.
Yeah, I haven't. Once again, I haven't seen Brightburn. It's one that I've always wanted to see. It always looked interesting. But I really did enjoy Stu. But I think Batista is really good when it's in sort of comedic roles. So I'm going to go Stu on this.
And Wolfman, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
So I have not seen Stuber. I had no interest in that. Just like I watched the trailers. I was like, okay. I love Dave Bautista, but no. I'm gonna watch it eventually, but I did watch Brightburn, and honestly, found it kind of boring. Like I thought the premise was really good, but I was just not into the movie. I thought the kills were really good, but just overall, I was not into the overall film. I thought it was like kind of boring. And but for me, I'm gonna still pick Brightburn because it's the one I've seen, and it's probably better than Super. So I will definitely go with that.
Sounds good. Jacob.
He wrote it first.
Still Brightburn.
Okay.
Still Brightburn.
The first one? Okay. Sounds good. Making sure we don't miss anyone. All right. So Brightburn it is. Next we have Dolomite is my name. Going to Spies in Disguise. Okay. So
Me.
Austin, I guess.
I again, Jacob knows my thing about animated movies currently. I'm sorry, shit like this is like why I don't go see a lot of animated movies because of Spies in Disguise. Like, I'm just not gonna waste my 90 minutes on that movie. I'm just not. I've got better things to do, like watch sequels to shitty horror movies. I got better things to do, like watch bad musicals. But Dolomite is my name is really good. And Eddie Murphy's awesome in that movie. Wesley Snipes is awesome in that movie. It's really good, and I highly recommend it's right next to me, the original Dolomite from Rudy Ray Moore, now available on Blu-ray. So Dolomite for sure.
Better things to do, like go watch Xanadu. And
I gotta go watch Xanadu. I can't watch Spies in Disguise right now.
We will talk about it later, but you'll have to watch Jeepers Creepers 2 here soon. So
I gotta watch Jeepers Creepers 2, but it'll be all right.
Well,
because I have priorities.
I haven't seen either one of these. This is kind of like a blind. So I've seen bits and pieces of Spies in Disguise because again, this is the year I worked at a theater. So, and like it looked okay, I guess. I don't know. Like it didn't even. I don't know. It looked like one. Like when I saw it, I'm like, well, like if I was over at someone's house and that someone just put it on, I'll watch it. But there's no other way I'm gonna watch this movie besides that. So, but for Dolomite, I haven't seen it, but I heard that it's like pretty solid return for Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy just really hit and miss. Like when he hits hard and he's great, and then when he misses, it's not good. So but I've heard this one of the better ones, so I'll probably check it out eventually. But I just haven't yet. So, but I'll vote for Dolomite still. Mm-hmm. So, Malcolm.
Like I do like Dolomite. Was the name? Dolomite is my name. I thought it was pretty decent. I'm not as high on it as everyone else seems to be because it was hyped up a lot. Because I think I think Eddie Murphy is one of these people who's like, oh, should have been nominated for an Oscar that year. It was like, as we said earlier with Adam Sandler, it was a really stacked year. Like there was a lot of really good acting performances in 2019. I saw Spies in Disguise recently. It's fine, but Dolomite as my name is easily the better movie.
Yeah. Well, Wolfman, what do you think?
Dude, I legit forgot Spies in Disguise was a thing.
That's another movie I forget.
I never watched it, but like I legit forgot it even existed until you brought it up. It was funny. So for me, I have to go with Dolomite because it was such a great performance for Eddie Murphy. It was a fun movie, and it looked like a comeback for Eddie Murphy until we got Coming to America. Coming to America. But overall though, it was still a great time, and Dolomite.
I don't think we'll be getting Spies in Disguise 2 because it had $100 million budget and worldwide made $171 million. So not good.
I mean, you're barely like breaking even.
No, you're not even breaking even. You got to make 2.5 times your budget nowadays to break even because you got to make twice the budget and a little bit more. No.
Well, Jacob, what do you think?
I also have not seen Spies in Disguise. It was an animated movie, and I was like, it looks.
Even if Jacob is like meh, then it's probably not. Good. He's like meh.
I mean, I do like Will Smith and Tom Holland, so I was somewhat interested. But then the trailers came out, and I got less and less interested. And I think Dolomite Is My Name is fantastic. Netflix really had some good movies in 2019, and this is one of them. I am one of those who I think Eddie Murphy should have been in consideration for a Best Actor nomination. There's only like one performance that was nominated that I would think, I would consider taking out for an Eddie Murphy or an Adam Sandler, and maybe if that movie comes up on this side of the tournament, I'll talk about it. But for right now, I'll vote for what I think is clearly the better movie because I didn't even want to see the other one, and I'll go with Dolomite Is My Name.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Dolomite is moving to the next round. So, but we have Happy Death Day to You going up against Detective Pikachu. So
to you, Pikachu.
Yeah. Pikachu.
Pikachu to you.
Yeah. So is it me first?
Yeah. 2 movies you like. What are you gonna go with?
Yeah. I like both of these, but only one of these is in my top 128, and it's not a Pokemon movie. So, I have both of the Happy Death Day movies in my 128. I think that they're a lot of fun. I think that's a great way to do the kind of Groundhog's Day, kind of reliving the same day. And first one's good because it brings all the horror elements, but the second one has a little bit of horror elements, but kind of even more just just sci-fi with the time loop stuff. And I like Detective Pikachu. It's one of the better video game adaptations. I think video adaptations are video game adaptations are slowly on the rise. They haven't gotten to where they're great yet, but they're slowly kind of moving up for me. But yeah. The thing about Detective Pikachu is that Ryan Reynolds' voice just kind of takes me out of it. It's great to just have that kind of like comedy and stuff in there, but it just, I don't know, kind of takes it out. But they explain that, a reason why though, that he has the voice that he does in the movie, so I kind of like that. But I'll go with Happy Death Day to You. Pretty easy. So, but Malcolm,
her name is Tree, by the way. I just wanted to point that out. Her name in the movie
so
is
stupid.
Tree.
Okay,
so
real quick, I just gotta ask you, what's a more dumb name in cinema? Tree from Happy Death Day or Moose from The Fanatic?
Yeah,
we know a Moose Haas, so I'll say Tree.
Probably Tree. Yeah.
Tree is the dumbest name. Tree.
Yeah, isn't Moose the name of the guy from that sitcom Coach too? There's a Moose, the assistant guy's Moose. but
just to bounce off Austin's point, Tree is on her nickname. Her full name is Therese.
She's
Tree is just what her friends
on IMDb as Tree Gelbman.
Weird.
I mean, IMDb is weird, and they always put the name that they're being called a lot at times in the movie on there.
Yeah, they don't add a lot of last names and things like that. Yeah.
But why would you want your nickname to be Tree? It's I don't know. Yeah.
I mean, it's probably got some sentimental reason between her and her friend, which wasn't explained in the movie. But anyway, this is actually really tough for me because when I ranked the full 128 list, both of these moves are really close together. One is 32, one is at 34. I'm gonna go for the one that really surprised me and just and that's Detective Pikachu. As I knew what I was getting with Happy Death Day to You when I saw it, and I just thought it was a lot of fun and great. But Detective Pikachu is a video game movie that I went in with low expectations, but it really surprised me a lot because one, I had no idea about the actual Detective Pikachu video games that do exist. But this movie was a lot of fun, and Ryan Reynolds as Pikachu was just interesting and great. So Detective Pikachu.
Yeah, sounds good. Wolfman. What do you
So
think?
I am gonna. This is kind of a tough one because I have both like some positives on these films. And I have a good amount of flaws in these films, so they're both kind of that way with me. But Happy Death Day to You, like, yeah, it was sci-fi, but I hate that it pretty much just got rid of all horror. Just sort of just like a straight up slapstick comedy. I was not really a fan of that choice. So
if I call it a comedy, but maybe, yeah.
It's a comedy. You go back and watch it.
It's a comedy, dude. It's a comedy. It's a straight up comedy. There's like no horror in the movie. But then it's like, well, the first one is a horror comedy. There's still like scenes in there that are like strictly horror. So I would definitely say because of that, like, I had no expectations of like that's a sequel. I was disappointed because of how the first one was. I had nothing like that with Detective Pikachu, so I went into Detective Pikachu and was pleasantly really surprised by it, and thought that it was one of the better video game movie adaptations. So I definitely got to go with Detective Pikachu here.
Yeah, sounds good. Jacob, what do you think?
Yeah, I haven't seen Happy Death Day 2. Had a good time with Detective Pikachu. I really like Ryan Reynolds' voice, so I will go with Detective Pikachu.
Sure, yeah. Austin?
Happy Death Day, even though they cut out all the horror, like Wolfman said, and turned it into a sci-fi comedy. Still, I like time-lit movies, so whatever. But and Detective Pikachu, it's just, I saw it, but whatever. I'm just not a Pokemon guy, so I just didn't really care. But that's just my personal preference. So I'll vote for Happy Death Day. But yeah, Pikachu's moving on.
Yeah, Detective Pikachu. That's fair. Yeah. Then we have Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark against The Highwaymen, which is the guy that goes after Bonnie and Clyde on Netflix. So Malcolm, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. It's one that I've heard a lot about, but just hasn't really got around to me. But the Highwayman is it's an interesting movie. It's just one that I thought was a lot of fun, and so I'm gonna go Highwayman.
Yeah, sounds good. Wolfman, what do you think?
So I have not seen The Highwaymen, but I did watch Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, and it was in theaters. And I was very lukewarm on Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark because like there was moments I really liked, and then there were moments that I thought were like, okay, I don't know. It was like there was issues there I had with it. But overall, I think I'm still going to go with Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, just because it's the one I've seen, and I know that, and as a horror person, I gotta show some horror love because I haven't really shown enough in this tournament, so there's not really been enough to show for that. So yeah, I'll definitely give it to Scary Stories here.
Yeah, sounds good. Jacob?
Yeah, my gut when I saw the two posters, my gut went to The Highwaymen, and so I'm going to listen to my gut this time and just go with The Highwaymen. I don't really have a reason other than that. It's just two movies that I enjoyed, but that's pretty much it.
Yeah, sounds good. Austin?
So I know I put on The Highwaymen at some point. I cannot remember for the life of me if I finished it or not. Like, I just cannot remember. I don't know what happened. Like, I don't know where I stopped. But like Scary Stories, I was disappointed from the beginning because it should have just been an anthology show. Because the books have it's all these books of these mini stories, and it should just all be little 30-minute short things like an anthology series. It should be like a creep show series, and do this stuff. And instead you're gonna do a movie and it's not even an anthology movie like Creep Show. Weird. Okay. And then have like this narrative running through it. I thought that was strange. It did have its good moments. It had some good creature designs. Nicotero did the creature designs, so that was good. There was some legitimately creepy stuff in it. So for that, just because I did enjoy some of it, I'll give it to Scary Stories, but I don't think it's going to go very far for me.
Yeah. This one might be one of the more tough ones for me because these are ones that are like really good and they're kind of on the same level. I don't really put them as like amazing, but like good. And yeah, like I thought that Kevin Costner, he was great in the Highwayman. And I remember Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. That like I had the book when I was a kid, and they're like the most cheesy scary stories you'll ever hear.
Hell yeah, I still have the book.
Yeah, like there was a crooked man that lived on a crooked street, and one night we went to go visit him, and we found out he had no big toe, woo, or something stupid like that. Just like the dumbest kind of cheesy stories that just are just kind of lame. So I'm like, they're making a movie out of this, but the movie was actually pretty good. I actually liked it, like especially the part where there's a part where they're like in a hospital and you have that big blob kind of creature just kind of.
That was the best part of the movie. That kept just showing up at the different corners. That was great. And just like consume the dude. That was really terrifying, actually.
They consumed him, and like they did it really well with a movie that was just PG-13 for a horror movie. Like I thought that they kind of did it right because I mean the actual scary stories are not like that like gruesome or like anything that would actually be rated R. So I thought that they adapted the movie into something that was even a little better than what the original books were. So for that, I'll give it to Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. So.
Well, on that note, I believe the Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark books are more aimed at kids. So I think that's why the movie was PG-13.
But even then, kids probably I wouldn't take my kids to go see Scary Stories.
No, there's some scary stuff in that movie. I definitely wouldn't. Hell no.
But you want a good laugh though, just you'll get the book. Like you can probably find it for like $5. Like it's really cheap, and like there's some good laughs in there. And they're like the stories that are supposed to be scary for kids, and they're just laughable. Even as kids, me and my siblings laughed at them. But with Scary Stories, right? Is that?
Yeah, please.
Okay, all right. And then up next we have Lady and the Tramp, which is like the debut for Disney Plus movie.
That was a movie.
It was a movie on Disney Plus, and then going up against the Kitchen.
Kitchen.
So, so it'll be Malcolm first.
No, Wolfman.
Oh wait, no. Yeah. Oh, you went first last time. Wolfman, yeah.
And of course, it's two movies that I had zero interest in.
Yeah.
And I did not. I think I started Lady and the Tramp. I don't even remember if I finished it. I don't think I did, but like. Just out of spite of like Disney, stop making these freaking live action remakes. I'm gonna give it to the Kitchen.
Well, it depends how they do them. I feel like, but yeah. But Jacob, what do you think?
Yeah, no, I've liked a lot of the live action remakes, and I think Lady and the Tramp was decent. I think the voice cast of the animals was good. Tessa Thompson, Justin Theroux, Sam Elliott, really, really good, really solid. I haven't seen The Kitchen, and so I can't speak on that one. So I'll go with Lady and the Tramp.
I will say Cinderella was a great one. That's been my favorite. Disney adaptation. So
that one's good, yeah.
Or live action
because they actually follow the source material pretty closely. Which
I actually think it's better than the cartoon movie.
What can and can't work. Like I think like the key is you got to follow the source material, but then add a little bit to it. That's not too off the beaten path, you know. But Austin,
come on, guys, The Kitchen's a comic book movie. Didn't you know that?
Yeah. I guess.
Who cares? I heard it was horrible. It got really bad reviews. I heard it was terrible. So not that I'm likely to watch it, but I'm sure Lady and the Tramp is probably better. And I don't like Tiffany Haddish. She annoys me. So Lady and the Tramp.
Yeah.
Or constant. Oh, like I just want to punch her. Sorry.
She is
ready. She
is normally very annoying to me too. But I recommend the movie. It's on Hulu now. It's called On the Count of Three. She is in that movie. It's an indie film I saw at Sundance, and but she's more of a somber kind of performance.
But like, bro, you put her and Melissa McCarthy in the same movie. That's double a reason not to watch it.
Double annoying.
Hell no.
But I did like Tiffany Haddish in Girls Trip. That's one of the few ones I did like her in. But yeah, like for whatever reason, Lady and the Tramp seems to get a bad rap, and I actually liked it. Like I thought that it was good. Like I had fun with it, and has a great voice cast. It follows a movie pretty closely. I mean, it's even got some good supporting players in there. Like you got Benedict Wong in there. You got Ken Jeong doing a voice. You got Arturo Castro, which is a pretty good voice. F. Murray Abram. Like you got Clancy Brown. So yeah, the list goes on and on. But and the kitchen, I just didn't really bother. Like I think I saw the trailer a couple of times, and I was just kind of like, nah. I was like, not for me. So yeah, I'll vote Lady and the Tramp. So, but
So after seeing the full list of movies that you've got in this tournament, there's some big glaring omissions that should have been here in place of the kitchen.
maybe
like
so.
The Lighthouse, Under the Silver Lake, Hustlers, and Escape Room. Well, Escape Room's not that good.
Wait.
But
The Lighthouse is like
Lighthouse is not in the full tournament.
Yeah.
Okay, this is
freaking Wikipedia. Like for whatever reason,
movies.
These movies aren't on Wikipedia. So I mean, I need to consult multiple lists, I guess, going forward. But
well,
I don't know why it's not on there. But
I don't know. But like literally, everyone would tell you The Lighthouse is like top 5 of 2019. Like, a lot of people love that.
Well, wait a minute. We haven't done part 2 yet, so.
No, but I gave Malcolm the full list. Yeah.
He's talking about,
no, I don't have the Lighthouse on here. There's still time to add it. If there's some shitty movie from the next list, I'll just put it in.
Anyway.
Yeah.
But that being said, I had a lot of fun with Lady Tramp. It was really good. So yeah, Lady Tramp is my favorite.
Like how the fuck the fuck did the phone movie get in here instead? Like Countdown. How did that get in here?
I don't know,
what the hell? Okay.
Go talk to Wikipedia about leaving these movies off the list, which I should have remembered it because it played in theater. All these movies played in theaters while I was there, while I worked there. But we got Bill and Ted Face the Music going up against It Chapter 2. So, and it is Jacob first. So,
I have not seen Bill and Ted Face the Music yet. I've seen the other two. I just haven't gotten to this one yet. It Chapter 2, while it was a step down from Chapter 1, I still really enjoyed it. You kind of do feel the length, but I still enjoy it overall. So I'll go with It Chapter 2.
Yeah. Austin, what do you think?
Take off Curse of La Llorona for the next one and put on the Lighthouse.
Yeah, sure. I'll do that.
Yeah.
Personally, I don't really even like the Lighthouse, but I'll put it on for you guys.
We love the Lighthouse. Just because you don't like it doesn't mean we ain't gonna vote for it.
It was like maybe my second favorite movie.
What were the other ones, Malcolm? Hustle or Hustlers?
Hustlers, Under the Silver Lake, which and I mean, even one of my personal favorites, I enjoyed it, Escape Room, but I know that a lot of people don't really like it.
Chris Scott loves it.
But
the weird creepy masturbation scene from Robert Pattinson in the Lighthouse is real great. Yeah, it's good stuff. Oscar winning, let me tell you.
Although I did go to Wikipedia in 2019 movies, looked up Lighthouse. It is on Wikipedia.
Well, then I must have overlooked it. Sorry. There's still time because we split it up, so there's still hope. So.
But Austin, what do you think about these two movies?
Oh, these two movies?
Yeah,
they're both about on the same level. They're both pretty good, but not as good as their predecessors. How about that? Bill and Ted because it's 90 minutes instead of 3 hours.
Yeah,
I legitimately don't know why It Chapter 2 is like 3 hours long. Like, there's no fucking need for that movie to be that long.
Well, because the book is like this thick. It's like,
I know, but it did not need to be that long. You did a 2-part movie.
Thicker than I can make my hand. Yeah. It Chapter 2. Like I remember the theater experience. I remember just going to like a packed house opening weekend and having a lot of fun there. So for that, there's that, and yeah, this one's tough. Yeah, they're kind of like two good movies that like aren't quite as good as their predecessors, like you say. But it's I probably will go back to Bill and Ted more, so I'll vote Bill and Ted. But Malcolm?
Yeah, I actually really like both of these movies. I mean, for me, I didn't actually feel the length of it, Chapter 2. It felt like 2 hours to me. But I had a lot of fun with it. But ultimately, I do like Bill and Ted Face the Music a little bit more so Bill and Ted Face the Music.
Yeah. Sounds good. Wolfman.
So I was, maybe it was the length, maybe it was this like weird third act, like baby Pennywise, whatever the hell that was. Like I was not huge on it, Chapter 2. Like it was an okay movie. Like that's how I'd say it was. I wasn't huge on it. The first one, like, was way better. And it's funny because that's how the miniseries was too. The first part of the miniseries is way better than the second part, but I guess the adult section just isn't that good. Haven't really read the book all the way through, but it's just not. And then Bill and Ted Face the Music. I remember having a lot of fun with this one. I actually enjoy all the Bill and Ted movies, and I would love to see a spinoff with Samara Weaving and like, the other girl, I'm blanking out her name, from Atypical and from this movie. But I would love to see a spinoff of those two because they were excellent in this movie. And the only like really cringy part was the robot. I hated that character, but everything else was pretty fun. So I'll go with Bill and Ted Face the Music here.
Wolfman, I think you mean they were excellent.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. Well,
It's Bill and Ted.
All right, Bill and Ted. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Bill and Ted. Moving on. Then we got The Kid, which is like a Dane DeHaan and Ethan Hawke movie. Got against Toy Story 4.
Okay.
So
Has anyone actually seen The Kid?
I've never
yeah,
seen
like it
I
wasn't
don't even
really
know what that
wide.
is.
I've seen
Wasn't
Charlie
released very well.
Chaplin's The Kid.
I don't know anyone that's seen it. I haven't even seen
I've
it.
seen Bruce Willis as The Kid, but not this one.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
But
Well, nobody's
Jacob,
seen it. We
Jacob
can
owns it.
Wow. Is that unopened?
Yeah.
Oh, so you haven't seen it.
Wow.
Well,
Did you
we
get
can
that
just put
at,
Toy Story 4.
Did you get that at the Dollar Tree?
No, I got it at Walmart in the $5 bin.
$5 pen. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Well,
So,
then
So,
anyone
yeah, I
that
think it's safe to say
no,
that
they
no.
want to talk about it, we can just put it through.
Yeah, I think we'll just move it.
I mean, it is directed by Vincent D'Onofrio. That's interesting.
Oh wow.
Looks interesting though.
It's got an interesting synopsis too. I will watch it eventually.
And I
Hey,
love
Dane
Ethan.
DeHaan, Ethan
I love
Hawke,
Ethan
Chris
Hawke.
Pratt.
Yeah, he's great.
Chris
Yeah.
Pratt's in it too. Yeah, I mean, it's got a good cast.
I think Chris Pratt kind of plays a villain in it too. Yeah, so it's kind of cool. But
And because Chris Pratt was also in another Vincent D'Onofrio movie. He was in the Magnificent Seven. So that was
oh yeah, yeah, not directed, but yeah, he was in it. Yeah, but we got Secret Life of Pets 2 going up against Rambo: Last Blood.
oh my god. Oh
So.
my fucking god.
So,
Secret Life of
Austin,
Pets
I think you're up first, right? Is that
Uh,
where we're at?
yeah, I didn't even give a shit about the first Secret Life of Pets. Kind of like Frozen and Frozen 2. Like I don't care about the first one, so I'm not watching the sequel. Rambo: Last Blood it's not bad. It's just unnecessary. It's kind of like Toy Story 4, the one we just put through. It's just unnecessary. It's completely unnecessary. The fourth one ends on a perfect note. This one is an unnecessary epilogue, much like Toy Story. But I still love Stallone. I'll watch Stallone do anything. I just watched Samaritan. He's really good at that. So, yeah, I'll vote for Rambo. Sure.
Yeah, I mean, The Secret Life of Pets is not for me. Like, I remember that for the first Secret Life of Pets, when I was working at a previous theater, they did an employee screening, and like I didn't really even care about the movie, but it's just something to do because like we had a really fun and cool crew to hang out with at that theater, and so I was just like I'll just come and like hang out with people, sure, like why not? And like I was just bored the whole time. I was just like whatever. I wasn't even paying attention to the movie. I was like goofing off with just some of my friends that were there and stuff. But because we had the whole theater to ourselves, it was just an early employee screening with just employees. So, but And the second one, I didn't even bother with. I was like, I don't care. But like Rambo Last Blood, I'll defend that movie. That might be like sorry to say, or not sorry, because like
you're incorrect. You're in. I know what you're gonna
it's
say.
my favorite Rambo movie. Like
You're
out of all of them,
incorrect.
it's my favorite one because they bring it back home. He's on a ranch to make it kind of like more personal and more kind of local to like him and his family. I like when he has to go to Mexico to rescue his I think his granddaughter or niece or whatever it is. But and then kind of make it like R-rated Home Alone when all the guys come back to his place and he sets all these booby traps in like an underground bunker, and it's like a lot of fun. Like, and I think that Sylvester Stallone's great in it. Like I have a lot of fun with that. Just like way more fun than like some of the generic. Oh, he's in a jungle again, firing off a machine gun. Oh, all right, we saw that already. Or like, like it gets more creative. So yeah, I'll vote for Rambo pretty easy here. So yeah. But Malcolm, what do you think?
So I haven't seen Secret Life of Pets 2. I also haven't seen Rambo Last Blood. I actually only saw the original 3 Rambo movies for the first time in the weekend in preparation for the Stallone Rankum. But yeah, I really didn't care for the Rambo movies at all. Like after the third, I was like, do I really want to watch the fourth one and Last Blood, which I haven't got around to those two yet. So I'm going to go to Secret Life of Pets 2.
Yeah, sure. Wolfman, what do you think?
Malcolm or one of you answer me this. Because you're talking about films that, are missing from here. And if you know the full 128, please, for the love of God, tell me that The Secret Life of Pets 2 didn't make it in over Portrait of a Lady on Fire, which is a French film.
I don't even know what that movie is, so I couldn't tell you.
It was like one of the best reviewed movies of 2019.
And if I don't know what it is, it didn't make the list. I'll just tell you that. It was a movie.
Do a Google search. It literally is on Google.
I mean, I can hear that it's not there.
I mean, I could add it if you want me to.
I don't even know what that is either.
If there is, just you need some foreign representation. So if it is like
we do Parasite.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, although in saying that, I don't even think it was on the 2021, but it as I was only limited release in 2019, the wide was 2020. So
okay, so I guess that can kind of be either or with 2020 or 2019.
We need like someone like you, Wolfman, to consult, make sure all the artsy and foreign movies made it on. All right.
Yeah, because like that was one.
I don't know about that.
That was one of my top 3 of 2019. I love that movie so much. Maybe like top 5 or something like that. But yeah, the Secret Life of Pets. No. Okay, Rambo next. I'm not even gonna spend time on it. Just next Rambo.
Yeah. We don't have any kids on the panel today, so yeah. But Jacob, what do you think?
I haven't seen Last Blood, and Secret Life of Pets 2 has a pretty decent Harrison Ford voice performance. So let's go with Secret Life of Pets 2.
Sure, yeah. Why not? And so, what are the votes?
It's Rambo.
3-2
Okay,
for
Rambo. Yeah. I'll vote for that movie all day.
All day.
Yeah, all day against a lot of this stuff.
But it didn't deserve its worst picture at the Razzie, like worst picture nomination.
No way. But we got Where'd You Go, Bernadette, going up against Freaky. This will be the last matchup of the set. So
I forgot.
So if you didn't see any of the movies you think deserve so, they're probably on the next one, minus like the Lighthouse. I'll add it in and stuff. But let's see who's first.
Jordan.
Okay, it's me. I've never seen Where'd You Go, Bernadette, but like I mean, Kate Blanchett's great. I'll watch anything she does. So I mean, I definitely would like to check it out. But I had a lot of fun with Freaky. Like I mean, it's kind of interesting. Like I saw Freaky and like I've still like I'm gonna take it in and decide how much that I liked it after I had watched it. So I like posted on online, and I got all these comments saying like, "Oh, that was terrible, one of the worst movies of the year." And I'm kind of thinking, I don't know if that was one of the worst movies of the year. Like, I had fun with it. I had a good time. So kind of like messed up my like thinking. I don't know, but I mean, I've gone back to it, and it is good. Like, I think Vince Vaughn's great. Like, he plays the serial killer like at times in the movie, and like having a big hulking guy, like it works for him well. And I like Catherine Newton too. So yeah, I'll vote Freaky. So, but Malcolm.
Yeah, I haven't seen Where Did You Go, Bernadette. So I'm Freaky.
Yeah. Wolfman.
Kate Blanchett is my number one favorite actress of all time. I think she's exceptional in everything she's in. But I have not seen Where Did You Go, Bernadette. She's my favorite actress. I should probably watch that. However, I did watch Freaky, and it's an interesting story with it. So, like, Freaky, when I watched it, this was actually a 2020 movie. So I guess this is one of the ones that leaked over.
Yeah, it's one of the ones that advanced.
Yeah. So I remember seeing this. It was like in the heat of COVID. I remember that. It was like because it was in like October or something like that, and like they were returning films slowly back into theaters, like Tenet and other things like that. And I remember this released, but it wasn't playing like where I lived. And so I was telling a friend, like, hey, there's an AMC theater an hour away from us. Do you want to go up there and watch it? And he was like, sure, because we were both really excited. We loved Happy Death Day and all that. So we went to go see Freaky up there. We were really excited. And it was a sketch-ass theater. Like, sketch. Like, really? It was like in the rough part, the ghetto part of town. And so like so we went in there, we watched it, we enjoyed it. The AMC was really nice. Really enjoyed the AMC experience. It was my first AMC experience in an AMC theater because all we have here is Regal. But then once we got out, we were scared out of our minds because we were in such a sketch area of town. And like
was it near Washington D.C. kind of like where you saw it? Kind of.
No, it was.
Okay, because you're in Virginia, so I was just kind of curious.
It was in Roanoke, Virginia. So.
Okay. Yeah.
But it was like we were going out. We're like, dude, Vince Vaughn's going to come at us with a knife and kill us. Just get in your car right now. We were just like, so we were both in there. But
maybe it added to it that whole like atmosphere.
maybe that might have added to it. But I remember having a really fun time with it. And what's funny is it came to where I lived like 2 weeks later. So if I waited like 2 weeks, I would have seen it here. But it was, whatever. It was worth it. For that trip and everything. So yeah, I definitely had a lot of fun with Freaky. So I will get Freaky. Then.
Yeah, sounds good. Jacob, what do you think?
This is the first time I'm even hearing of Where'd You Go, Bernadette. But I still haven't seen Freaky. It's one that I want to see. It sounds very interesting. A fun body swap movie. So I'll go with Freaky.
Yeah. Austin?
Freaky.
Yeah. All right. Short and sweet.
I don't know what Where'd You Go, Bernadette is.
Yeah. I have heard of it. I don't know anything about it, but it's there. So
I've heard of the Lighthouse.
Yeah. Right. Well, we put that on for the next time.
Oh, and speaking of A24, is The Farewell on there? I don't know if that's another.
I don't think it is.
I doubt it. If it's an art house one, those are the ones that are most likely to get missed for me. So, but all right. So this is the point in the show where we got to fly with 10 seconds or less. So we're just gonna blast through these, see if we can get to a winner. And when it comes to the Sweet 16, also I guess that you can keep track of those.
I guess I probably should do that.
Yeah, and then we'll. I mean, if you want, I'm always do it too. But yeah, but we got Knives Out, and if you want to say a little more about the ones you missed, Austin, you can. But on Knives Out,
I was just more curious as to like what the first round. If you scrolled over just a tad, just so I can see what the first one was.
Here, Knives Out beat Countdown. The King beat Hustle. So yeah.
Right.
But Malcolm, I think, is first. So Knives Out or The King.
Yeah. The King is a movie think I've seen once, but for some reason I didn't log it on Letterboxd as seen. I'm pretty sure that's a Netflix one where they're doing Henry VIII or something, Henry V or something like that. It's a Shakespeare adaptation. I'll probably watch it fully at some stage. But Knives Out is great. And I'm going to go Knives Out on this.
Yeah. Wolfman?
Yeah, this is super easy. I don't even lie. I do think The King was quite solid. But Knives Out was one of the best movies of that year.
Yeah. Sounds good. Jacob?
Knives Out.
Yeah. Austin?
Knives Out.
Yeah. And I also say Knives Out. Like, I'm not, The King isn't my style, so I'll just say that. So, Knives Out. Then we got Spiderman Far From Home, that beat out Addams Family, the animated one, going up against this Annabelle Comes Home because it went up against something that no one had really seen. I forget what the Adam Driver was even called. The Report. Yeah, The Report.
Which is
actually
the better
Jacob
movie.
saw The Report. Yeah, but he was only one. But Wolfman, what do you think here? Annabelle or Spider-Man?
So Annabelle was the more fun experience for me because, like I said, I had a blast in the theater with that. Like the theater experience is like amazing. But as far as what's the better movie, it's clearly Spider-Man.
Yeah. Well, Jacob?
Spider-Man.
Yeah. Austin?
Annabelle Comes Home.
Okay. I think I'll go with Far From Home, yeah. Malcolm?
Far From Home.
Yeah.
It's funny that these are both home titles. Far From Home and Annabelle Comes Home.
Yeah, right. Far From Home or Comes Home. Which one do you want to see? Yeah. We have The Way Back that beat out Ad Astra, and then going to Mitsumar that beat out Godzilla, King of the Monsters. So.
That's a shame. Why couldn't Godzilla go up against Where'd You Go, Bernadette?
Yeah.
It's a shame.
Unfortunately, no. But Jacob, what do you think?
Mitsumar.
Yeah. Austin?
Mitsumar.
Yeah, I gotta go with Mitsumar. Malcolm?
Yeah, Mitsumar.
Yeah.
Clean sweep from Mitsumar.
Wolfman? Yep. All right. Sounds good.
Mitsumar. And since I did not show Austin it, I don't know if you own this, Austin.
The special edition 4K?
Yeah, the director's cut.
The director's cut, yeah. I haven't got a chance. It's been in and out of stock on the websites. I haven't been able to get a hold of it yet. So
yeah,
it's hard to find.
I definitely want to get one of those too.
Yeah, I have the regular Blu-ray. That's all I have.
The Wayback had a good run.
Yeah. Good run. Yep. Well, we got Uncut Gems up against Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood. So, Austin.
Uncut Gems. Even though it gives me massive anxiety to watch it.
Yeah. And I'm still shouting out my boy KG, Kevin Garnett. So, Uncut Gems. So. Malcolm?
Yeah, Uncut Gems.
Yeah. Wolfman?
Uncut Gems. No.
Yeah. And Jacob?
Uncut Gems.
Yeah. Uncut Gems. All right. Then we have Best of Enemies up against Captain Marvel. So, and it's Austin, right?
No, I already went. I went first.
Okay, you went first. Okay. Then this was kind of interesting because I have not seen Best of Enemies, but Captain Marvel is kind of like mediocre in my mind. You know what? I'll go with Best of Enemies. It's Sam Rockwell, Taraji P. Henson. It seems interesting, so I'll vote for that one, even though I haven't seen it. But Malcolm?
I actually pretty like. I actually like Captain Marvel pretty good. Words can't speak. So
right.
I haven't seen Best of Enemies, so Captain Marvel.
Yeah. Wolfman?
Captain Marvel dog shit. So I have not seen Best of Enemies, but I will vote on that because I know I would like it more.
Yeah. Jacob?
I do like Captain Marvel, and usually I will vote for a movie that I haven't seen, only if it goes up against a movie that I really dislike. But that's not the case here. I'm going Captain Marvel.
Yeah. Austin?
Captain Marvel's right up there with Eternals as the worst of the MCU, and I've seen, but I actually saw The Best of Enemies. It's a solid little movie. So Best of Enemies.
You saw it?
It's better. Sure. Yeah. No, I saw it. Yeah. It's good. Sam Rockwell was awesome in it. Yeah, he's great.
Yeah.
It's better than Captain Marvel. That's absolutely.
Sam Rockwell's awesome in like everything.
Yeah.
So, but is it?
Best of
What are
Enemies.
the votes at?
3-2.
Best of, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Best of Enemies. We have Little Women that beat out that Natalie Portman one.
The Sky.
Lucy in the
nobody
Sky.
saw.
Yeah. Yeah. And then going up against Just Mercy.
Ooh.
This looks kind of interesting.
Okay. Oh, that mom movie's terrible. That movie's awful. The one with what's her name? Yeah, that's
Ma?
a bad. Yeah, Ma's a bad movie. Ooh, bad movie.
I believe it's Malcolm first.
Malcolm, yeah.
Little Woman.
Yeah. Wolfman.
I love me some Little Women.
yeah. Careful how you phrase it.
Oh shit!
You just meant like short-statured little women.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Still adult women.
Women is the key word there.
Women means fully grown adult women. He just likes little women.
Yeah. but Jacob.
Man, this might be the toughest one for me so far. By a hair, I'm going to go Just Mercy.
Yeah. Austin?
Just Mercy.
Yeah. And hey, one of my good friends is a little person, and she's awesome, so I'll defend that. But yeah, I'm going to go with Little Women because that movie was great, and I still haven't seen Just Mercy, so I'll see it eventually. But, so I think Little Women.
You should all see Just Mercy. It's really good.
Yeah, I need to see it. We have Late Night that beat up Brittany Runs a Marathon, going up against Peanut Butter Falcon and beat up Good Boys. So, Wolfman.
This is easy. Peanut Butter Falcon.
Yeah. Jacob?
Yeah, the good old PB Falcon.
Yeah. Austin?
The PB&J Falcon.
Yeah. This is a justice for Brittany Runs a Marathon because I watched that movie to prep this and it was awesome. But Peanut Butter Falcon. Malcolm?
Your mic.
Oh, yeah.
Late Night.
Okay.
Yeah. Wolfman?
He voted
All right,
first.
I voted for
Oh, yeah, you voted first. Okay. But I think that the thing is for like the Brittany Runs a Marathon thing, no one had seen it but me, pretty much. So. Let's see. We got Hobbs and Shaw up against The Gentleman. All right.
Hey, don't feel bad. There's a lot of artsy movies that didn't make the list that I've seen, and apparently none of you have seen.
Yep. It's all good. But Austin, or is it Austin?
Jacob.
Okay, it's Jacob.
Hobbs and Shaw.
Yeah, Austin.
I guess because I've seen it, Hobbs and Shaw, whatever.
I'll go Hobbs and Shaw easy. I actually love that movie. So yeah. Malcolm.
What did Gentleman defeat again? I can't remember.
Oh yeah, it defeated Shaft.
But I'm gonna go Hobbs and Shaw easily.
Shaft got the Shaft. So
Guys, come on.
Wolfman.
The Gentleman's actually quality films. Like it's like Hobbs and Shaw maybe is a fun guilty pleasure, but like The Gentleman's actually a well written movie.
If I could understand it better, I probably would
vote for it.
I did.
thought that.
I did, but I was like, I'm like surprised that you guys are so advocating.
I mean, I'm not against The Gentleman. I like it. I like Hobbs and Shaw more.
I haven't watched it, but like I said, I'm not keen on like Guy Ritchie movies.
Yeah, and I haven't seen it either. I don't vote.
I don't really like Snatch and all that shit. Like, I'm not a big fan of those movies, so I don't think I even like it. Like, honestly.
And I don't vote for movies if they're going against something that I actually like.
Yeah.
If it was up against something I disliked, I would vote for it. But
okay, sounds good then. It'll be Hobbs and Shaw. Let's see. That'll be the end of that side, right? Let's see. Moving over, we got 1917 going up against Jumanji: The Next Level. So, and is it Austin or you?
1917.
Yeah, I gotta go 1917. Pretty easy. It's on my top 128. So, Malcolm.
This is tough for me, but I'm gonna go 1917.
Yeah. Wolfman.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 1917.
Yeah. Jacob.
I'll give a pity vote to Jack Black so he's not swept on his birthday.
Yeah, right. And also too, like I'll just put Jumanji on mute and then play that song "Baby I Love Your Way" and just watch Kieran Gillen do kicks and stuff all day. Like that's
weird.
A fun time for me.
That's weird.
That's weird.
No, it's not
Yes,
weird.
no, it's kind of weird.
It's very attractive. No. But anyways,
If we were dealing with like another Jack Black movie, like School of Rock or something, that'd be another.
yeah. All right, we have Alita Battle Angel going back into Booksmart.
All right, Jordan.
I think I gotta go Booksmart here, but I was surprised by Alita. Like I thought it was good, but I gotta go Booksmart. Malcolm.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Booksmart. I haven't seen Alita.
Yeah. Wolfman.
So yeah, Alita, it was really fun, but Booksmart was one of the best movies of that year. So
Yeah. Jacob.
Booksmart.
Yeah. Austin.
I would have voted for Alita.
All right. Well, it'll be Booksmart. Yeah. Let's see. Then we got Frozen 2 up against Us. Here we go. See if like Lupita Nyong'o comes back to haunt the.
I think we all can kind of agree on this one, right?
I don't know. I don't know about Malcolm and Jacob. I don't
know. Well, we'll just go quick. Is it Malcolm first or Wolfman?
Yeah.
Okay, Malcolm.
Yeah, I like both of these movies, but I liked Us a little bit more than I liked Frozen 2, so Us.
Yeah.
Us by a landslide.
Yeah. Jacob.
I'd go Frozen too.
Yeah.
I would.
Austin.
That's fair because I'm not a big fan of Us, but I'll still go Us here just because I'd rather watch it than Frozen 2.
I'm not a huge fan of Us either, but I mean it beats Frozen 2 by a country mile. So yeah.
I wouldn't say a country mile. How is that any different than a regular mile, by the way?
Because it feels longer. That's the expression is because it feels longer. It's like when you're in a.
It feels longer when you're in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, when you're in the middle of nowhere and there's like it feels like there's a mile between houses and shit. Like that's just the whole thing. Yeah.
I used to live in the country. Yeah, I know how it goes. But we have the Irishman going up against Brightburn.
All right. Wolf.
So easy, The Irishman.
Jacob.
Justice for Klaus. Brightburn.
Yeah. Austin.
The Irishman.
Yeah, like funny enough, like I don't think Irishman is that great, so I gotta go Brightburn. Malcolm.
Yeah, I also don't think The Irishman is that great, so Brightburn.
Really? Oh my god, this is the biggest
Brightburn. No way.
Really? Over a Scorsese movie? Really?
Wow. You guys need to watch.
Just because Scorsese doesn't mean all his movies are going to be great, you know?
So, I mean,
but it's like it is one of his best ones.
I mean, even Spielberg has a bad day at the office. So.
But it's not even like near his worst one. Like Scorsese.
No, but still,
it's like
it's just a weird one. It's too long. But who's up first for Dolomite and versus?
See, I feel if it was a theatrical release, I feel like none of us would actually feel the length. But because it's at home, we had to watch it on our couch.
Maybe,
and you pause it all the time. You go use your restroom, yada yada, all that stuff. It's going to feel a lot longer than if you were in theater.
It took me like 3 days to get through it because I was doing in between stuff. But
I watched The Irishman in one sitting, and I just was bored with it. I really did not like The Irishman.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Dolomite is my name.
You're up first. Okay, I'm like trying to figure that out. Yeah,
I agree. I
Austin?
agree with you, Stephen Shepard, that The Irishman is not perfect, but it's way better than Bite.
I like Breakburn, but come on, it's not a better movie.
Brightburn's fun. It's a cool
Irishman.
concept.
Hey, Jordan, it's your argument of come on, the better movie should win, right? Like, come on.
Yeah, the better movie is Brightburn. So that
Okay,
should win.
look at the actual filmmaking. The better movie is The Irishman.
Is The Irishman.
Objectively. Like,
Yeah,
objectively, The Irishman
that's
is
fine.
a better
That's
movie.
Well, here I haven't seen Dolomite, so Detective Pikachu. That's just why. But Malcolm,
Detective Pikachu.
yep. Wolfman.
Dolomite. I'm just.
Ooh. All right, so it's Dolomite, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
God.
Sounds good. Yeah. We have Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. We have Lady and the Tramp. So it's me first.
Yeah.
I'll go with Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. Like,
No, actually, it was me first. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
oh, okay.
I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry. Well, you go ahead.
I have Scary Stories, but I'm not over enthusiastic about it. But I guess it's still going to the championship, so it's fine.
I was pleasantly surprised, so yeah, I'll vote for it. But Malcolm,
I haven't seen Scary Stories, so Lady and the Tramp.
yeah, Wolfman.
The fact any of these movies are going into the championship over fucking The Irishman is still.
Yeah, that's
I
right.
don't know.
But Scary Stories for me.
That's tournament fights for you. So,
Well, yeah,
Jacob?
but my point is that's not what you would say, Jordan, if Spider-Man wasn't making it through like it did that one time when you had a meltdown. Just to be fair.
It wasn't about Spider-Man. It was about a Kristen Stewart movie.
I'm sorry, that's biased, but okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But anyways,
I mean, to be fair, at that point though, both movies had already made the jump.
Yeah.
Like
yeah, both went through. So Spider-Man did go through. So, but Jacob.
This is why tournament fights last 4 hours, guys. Lady and the
Yeah.
Tramp.
Because it's fun. I mean, maybe not to go 4 hours, but it's fun to just argue it out. But
You know, there's shows for that.
yeah, right.
Wait, what were the votes at again? Hang on, 1 second.
It's,
Oh yeah,
it's
sorry.
Scary Stories.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
it's 3-2.
Come to think of it, both No Way Home and Happier Season weren't in this one, so they're going to be in part 2. So it'll be funny if they go up against each other.
Yeah, might go up against each
See,
other.
but the whole thing is I've seen Happiest Season now because of that recommendation. I enjoyed it. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
an actual good Kristen Stewart performance.
We'll have two Kristen
you
Stewart.
never know.
movies
Like, I
next
mean,
month,
I
tomorrow.
could watch it and actually like it. Spoiler alert: I'm not watching it. But
Anyway, what's the next matchup?
Well,
but anyway.
I watched Charlie's Angels today.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I watched
I'm
it too. Though. I
sorry?
have seen that one, and yeah, it's not good. But Bill and Ted Face the Music versus Toy Story 4. Ooh, this could be interesting. Who's first?
You.
Me? Okay. I think I got to go Bill and Ted here. But I mean, Toy Story's good, but Bill and Ted. Malcolm?
I like both of these just about the same. I'm going to slightly go Toy Story 4.
Yeah. Wolfman?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Toy Story 4.
Yeah. Jacob?
Toy Story 4.
Yeah. And of course, yeah. Steven liked Charlie's Angels, but Austin?
I haven't said if I like Charlie's Angels or not. I'll leave that for tomorrow night.
Sure, yeah. Do it.
Jeez.
Yeah.
I will
Two
say
for-
Kristen
two-
Stewart. I will
two-
say, spoiler, Kristen Stewart's the best thing about it. No joke. No joke.
Which is attractive when they make her a blonde and all that stuff. I'll say
No,
that.
she's legitimately the best character in the
Yeah,
movie.
she's actually like a good performance in it. Too.
yeah.
It's like,
Toy Story 4.
Okay, so what are the votes?
Toy Story 4-1.
Okay. All right. We got Rambo Last Blood going up against Freaky. So
Malcolm.
Malcolm.
Freaky.
Yeah. Wolfman?
freaky.
Yeah. Jacob?
Freaky.
Austin?
Freaky.
Yeah, even here, I'll go Freaky. Yeah, I'm not gonna go Rambo this time, but Freaky. Yeah, and that'll be it. So I don't know if you got all of those, but
Yeah, I got 16 on here, so I think you got them. Yeah, I'm good.
okay. Sounds good.
Okay.
So those ones are going.
Save that.
So
now it's more about, because we're not doing a poll for this one. We'll do a poll for the final one, but we could see what could be a favorite. You know what I mean?
It could be a favorite. Yeah, just kind of finish it
Mm-hmm.
out. So Knives Out versus Spider-Man Far From Home.
Wolf.
Knives Out.
Yeah. Jacob?
I'd go Spider-Man.
Yeah. Austin?
Knives Out.
Yeah, I would go Spider-Man. But I could wear a shirt for either one of these. I got a Knives Out shirt from the theater. But Malcolm?
If there was No Way Home, this would be a lot harder for me, but so Knives Out.
Yeah. Wolfman.
You go first.
Oh, yeah. You did Knives Out. This is going to be Knives Out, right? Yeah. Okay.
Okay, good. I can forgive you, Malcolm, for your Irishman debacle.
Yeah. We have Mitsumar going up against Uncut Gems.
Oh shit! This is the hardest one.
Ooh, that's the hardest one so far. Yeah,
it's hard as fuck.
Jacob's got to go first. Unfortunately, I saw your eyes.
Yeah. Like, ugh.
All right. My time starts now. I'm taking the full 10 seconds.
All right.
Because this one is really hard. Oh, man. Uncut Gems.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, it's tough. Austin?
Uncut Gems gives me anxiety, even though it's really good, and I love a creepy cult movie, so Mitsumar.
Yeah. I mean, I hate to vote against my boy, Kevin Garnett, KG, but Mitsumar.
Well, you'll get another chance, depending on, maybe. I mean, it's not lost yet, but I'm saying, even if it does, you'll get another chance.
Yeah. Malcolm?
There's about half a star between these movies for me. Midsommar is a perfect movie, so Midsommar.
Yeah. Wolfman?
Oh, jeez, this is hard.
Well,
but one of these films, I think one of them is just out of my top 10. Like, it's like that close in. And then one of them is in my top 10 of 2019. And that one that was in my top 10 in 2019 was Uncut Gems. So I think I'm going to go with that.
All right. So, the Uncut Gems, or what are the votes?
It's Mitsumar 3-2.
Okay. Okay. Mitsumar.
Closest one so far.
Yeah. We have Best of Enemies going up against Little Women. So,
but first, Best of Enemies.
Yeah, I need to see Best of Enemies, so I'll vote Little Women. It was good. So, Malcolm?
Little Women.
Yeah. Wolfman?
Just for a Florence Pugh v. Florence Pugh potential, I'm going to go with Little Women.
Yeah. There you go. Jacob?
This vote could change once I see the Best of Enemies, but I'll go Little Women right now.
Yeah. It'd be Little Women, so.
I will never watch Little Women.
I know, yeah. You don't know that stuff, but
what if you have to do a whole podcast episode on it?
I'm not. I sit that one out.
Yeah.
I get sick that day. I can't talk.
Wait a minute, you didn't watch it to prep for this episode that you're on, Austin?
No, I watched Charlie's Angels instead.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry about that. But we have the Peanut Butter Falcon versus Hobbs and Shaw.
I swear to God, if you have to pick Hobbs and Shaw. Okay, but,
oh, you never know. It's me first.
Yeah.
You know, like, funny enough, I was shocked how much fun I had with Hobbs and Shaw. It might be my favorite Fast and Furious movie that there is. So, Hobbs and Shaw. Sorry, Malcolm.
I promise I'll watch Peanut Butter Falcon by the time the championship comes up. But I haven't seen it at this point, so Hobbs and Shaw.
Right.
Oh my God!
We have until Wednesday, Malcolm.
Make sense, Wolf, please.
Wolfman?
well, I am actually making sense here by picking Peanut Butter Falcon. So
something just need a good popcorn movie.
It's what's the better movie, and if you look at Peanut Butter Falcon, it's just a better made film all around. It's,
yeah. Well, Jacob.
Oh, I'm so tempted to do it just to cause anarchy, but it's going up against the movie I really, really enjoy. And the Peanut Butter
both
Falcon.
of these are already
so
championships, so have fun.
Yeah. Well, Austin.
Peanut Butter Falcon.
Yeah. All right, that's fair. It is a good movie. But I'm not always going for the better made film. I'm going for the ones I like better. So,
I mean,
you said in these best ofs we should vote for the best movie.
well, we should vote for the ones you like the best. Like my point was to just don't vote for a bunch of movies you don't like or haven't seen. Just to cause chaos.
I consider best and favorite two different things. So it's like if you
well, like technically you call it the best. I could change the title easily.
Well, that's the thing. Like all movies are subjective. Like when it comes to the best, like there's no objective way to that.
Yeah.
Like everyone looks at movies differently anyway, so it's just one of those things.
Yeah, it's one of those things. Like here, they get two different genres. So what's the best one? Who's first?
Malcolm.
1917 or Booksmart, Malcolm?
Shit, this is my 6 and 7.
Yeah,
but I'm gonna go for the one that's slightly above it. 1917.
Yeah, and like some people are on the chat are surprised even by Spider-Man. Steven is, I don't know, but Wolfman.
And yes, Brightburn was awful. Steven Shepard. It shouldn't have gone through the championship. So I'm gonna pick out of these two the one that impacted me the most, and that's Booksmart. So
yeah, Jacob.
But 1917 is a much better made movie. I'm gonna go with 1917.
Yeah, much better made. Austin.
1917.
Well, the Booksmart is extremely well made too. So
yeah, it'll be 1917.
It is. I really enjoy both of these.
Yeah. 1917. All right. We got Us against Brightburn. There it is. Two horror movies. So yeah.
Fuck Brightburn.
Wolfman. Yeah.
It's Us, Scott. It's Us is the better. Us is the better. I already know what's gonna win.
What are you voting for?
What are you voting for?
I said Us. I said Us is the better movie, but I know it's gonna win.
Oh, you said Us. Okay. Jacob.
I'll go Us this time.
Yeah. Austin.
Brightburn.
I don't know. It's kind of a toss-up. It's a coin flip here, so I'll go Brightburn. Yeah. Malcolm.
I still haven't seen Brightburn. Us.
Ooh,
okay.
So
Okay. I thought Brightburn was
going to be
win.
Us. Yeah.
Boom. Fuck you, Brightburn.
Yeah.
I mean, I only went to Brightburn last time because of how much I really don't like The Irishman.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah.
Justice for Irishmen.
Yeah. Same. That was boring. But Dolomite is my name up against Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. So, Jacob.
Dolomite.
Yeah. Austin.
Dolomite.
I still haven't seen Dolomite. Maybe I'll try to watch it before the championship. But Scary Stories. Malcolm.
Dolomite.
Yeah.
Definitely check out Dolomite because it's great. So I'm picking
Dolomite.
Sure. Yeah. I'll check it out.
Probably should before the championship. Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah. I'd be down for it. It actually does look good. So, we got Toy Story 4 going up against Freaky.
Me first.
Austin.
And Freaky.
Yeah, I think I'll go Freaky. Austin. I mean, sorry, Malcolm. I don't know why I did that.
That's a first.
I don't know, but I don't know, but that gaff was really freaky. So,
Well, it wasn't really mistaking the name. I just kind of like threw the last thing in my head out there. But Wolfman.
I'm gonna go with Toy Story 4 here.
Yeah, and Jacob.
Toy Story 4.
Ooh. So what is it? It's Freaky. Okay. For some reason I was forgetting what Malcolm voted for. All right, that'll be it. All right, that'll be it for that part of it. So we're getting there. We got Knives Out going up against Mitsumar. All right.
Okay.
Ooh, it'd be tough for some people. Not for me, but
Jordan.
Yeah, I gotta go Mitsumar. Pretty easy. Malcolm.
Knives Out.
Yeah, Wolfman.
Mitsumar.
Yeah. Jacob.
Go Knives Out.
Yeah. Well, Austin.
I
What's it
love
gonna
me
be?
some Mitsumar.
Ooh, all right. It'll be Mitsumar. Okay. Then we have Little Women going up against the Peanut Butter Falcon. Okay.
Okay. Malcolm.
Little Woman.
Yeah. Wolfman.
Peanut Butter Falcon.
Yeah. Jacob.
Peanut Butter Falcon.
Yeah. Austin.
The movie with Mick Foley. Peanut Butter Falcon.
Okay. Yeah. Peanut Butter Falcon. I'm sure it's not Little Women with Mick Foley.
It's not Little Women. I'd be very surprised if Mick Foley was in Little Women.
Yeah.
He would actually watch it if Mick Foley was.
Yeah. Yeah.
Would you watch it if like Mick Foley was in there with Sacco and the Little One?
I would have probably had to watch it for our wrestlers and movies thing, but luckily he's not, so I'm not.
Yeah. Well, I didn't vote for it last time, but I will this time because it's all about the matchups. Peanut Butter Falcon.
All right.
So
Peanut Butter Falcon.
Peanut Butter Falcon.
Yes, that's
all
the final
right.
four.
A bit that side. So 1917 versus us.
Wolf.
All right.
I know I'm gonna hugely disappoint you guys right now. I love 1917. I'm giving the vote to us.
All right.
Oh, for us to decide. Cool. 1960.
Yeah.
All right, sounds good.
Yeah,
Okay.
1917.
All right. That's your vote.
1917. Yeah, me too.
Awesome.
Yeah, same.
And I'll vote 1917. Yep. Malcolm.
I mean, it's upsetting we're going to lose that joke. 1917.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for giving the vote to us.
Yeah, thank you, Wolfman.
Wolfman.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. All right, 1917.
You
Move on.
vote to us. Yeah. All right. We're down to not quite a final four. We got Dolomite and Freaky.
All right, Jacob.
Dolomite.
Yeah. Austin.
Dolomite.
I still haven't seen it, so Freaky. Malcolm.
Freaky.
Yeah. And Wolfman.
Dolomite is my night.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Mhm.
Dolomite it is. All right, we got a final four here. That might be favorites in the championship, maybe. But Mitsumar versus Peanut Butter Falcon.
Yeah. Me first. Mitsumar.
Yeah, I gotta go Mitsumar. Malcolm.
Mitsumar.
Wolfman.
Yeah, Mitsumar.
Yeah, and Jacob.
I would have went Peanut Butter Falcon.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Well, you got it one vote, so
We'll get another chance depending on the championship. We'll see it again.
Yeah.
But it's still going to be a heavy favorite, it looks like. So, yeah, there you go. That's good.
Yeah. Well, we got 1917 versus Dolomite is my name.
All right.
That's
Jordan?
me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, I'll vote for the one I've seen, 1917. And that's in my top 128.
Mm-hmm.
So, Malcolm?
1917.
Yeah. Wolfman?
Yeah, 1917.
Yeah. Jacob?
1917.
Yeah. Austin?
Yeah, same. But I really like Dolomite. And,
Yeah.
and Jordan, yeah, you should watch it. That's definitely the one you should watch before the championship on Netflix.
Yeah.
Sure.
I'll definitely watch it. Yeah.
Because I think it'll be a pretty heavy favorite to maybe even do the Elite Eight, next time as well. So
Yeah.
Definitely.
Oh,
This is a good final matchup. These are both.
Yeah,
really
it
good.
is. Two movies from my top 128. So
yeah, really good.
Right.
All right, Malcolm. So it's a fitting final for this part one. Yeah, Mitsumar 1917. Two great movies.
Okay.
So yeah.
Mitsumar.
Yeah. Wolfman.
Mitsumar.
Jacob.
1917.
Yeah, and Austin.
Creepy Colts for the win. Mitsumar.
Oh, well, I would have gone with 1917, but I mean, I do love Mitsumar, so yeah, it'll be Mitsumar
Mitsumar
for the win. Yeah, who would have thought? Like a lot of panels where this movie wouldn't even sniff the champion.
It's a great movie.
Like a win here. Yeah, but
where's Steven when we need him?
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't mean it's knocked out yet. Again, it's got another chance in the championship. So coming up on Wednesday. So.
Hey, I mean, everyone calls me a pretentious douchebag for my movie taste. So hey, I'm down with Mitsumar winning this movie. Every time I talk about how much I love Mitsumar, I get like you're pretentious and all that stuff.
Why?
Yeah,
It's a good creepy cult
yeah,
movie. It's just an artsy creepy cult movie. It's great.
Yeah. Every time I see triangles, like in 3D form, I think of that little triangle building, and it freaks me out. Yeah.
How do you not have a blast when they're making the dude have sex with a chick and the grandma is pushing his ass into the girl? It's great. It's one of the greatest scenes of all time. Yeah. It's fantastic. It's one of the great.
Think about what you just said after the words, how can you not have fun?
Yeah. I'll stand by that. I'm having fun during that scene. It's great.
How do you not have fun when they put the guy in the bear suit and they burn him alive? How about that?
Fun stuff. How can you not have fun when people fall to their death?
Yeah.
I'm having fun when they jump onto the rocks. It's great.
Yeah. But yeah, that was a fun time. So we got part 1 down. I'll definitely add the Lighthouse, and then you can send me the list of the other ones. I can't remember all of them, but I'll try and take out some of the shittier ones and put in the ones that deserve to be there. I can send little helper suggestions.
I'll send you some of the more artsier ones, and and I can kind of
just do that. Yeah,
throw those in there. And then
are you on tomorrow night?
Yeah.
Okay. Just saying.
Put me on. So we'll have Wolfman and Malcom returning. So and then we'll have a couple other people on there. So should be it.
I helped get Peanut Butter Falcon to the championship, so I've done my part.
Oh, good.
Yeah, but we'll have Jacob back for Austin's Top 128 Part 2, which will be Tuesday. So we'll see everyone later this week. So
which I may have some opinions on some of those movies that I've finally watched for the first time.
Oh.
Jacob consulted me about maybe watching a couple more of my movies, so I'm interested to hear his take on Predator 2.
And I watched another one today that I haven't gotten to for a long time. So
okay, fair enough.
Well, I watched Predator 2 off of your suggestion, Austin, and I thought it was good, but it was like really over the top. But
you will find yourself going back to watch it more and more. I assure you.
Yeah,
because I was the same way when I first saw it, and holy shit, do I love that movie now?
Yeah,
yeah.
But plugs, we'll do some plugs or tell us where you can find us or find you.
So you can find us in the 2019 tournament.
Yeah, us. We'll tell you where you can find it. We just saw it and we'll see it again.
And it's streaming on.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, but
nowhere.
Yeah, but Malcom, where can we find you?
I mean, you can find me on Take 3 Productions, where I host Rankin every Saturday night. We had Stallone last week, and next week is going to be acting performances in the Star Wars franchise. You can also find me popping up a Movie Hero Network for Lusa this week. And also hosting trivia on Full Metal.
Yeah, well, we've seen Malcom a lot, probably like 3 more times this week. He'll be on a lot. That's fine, but we like Malcom. So, Wolfman, where can we find you?
You can find me on YouTube at Mega Movies, and I'm plugging my House Scream review series again. I am going to be tomorrow night reviewing Halloween 6.
Ooh, my favorite.
Oh yeah, definitely. So
Wolf, I have an unhealthy obsession with that movie. I don't know why, and I can't tell you why. It's one of my all-time favorite guilty pleasures. I've seen that movie like 30 times. I don't know why. I just like it. I don't know.
Wow.
I just do.
Well, then you're not gonna like my review.
I find that movie utterly fascinating. I find it fascinating. I don't know. I dig it.
And then, well, speaking of, so with the spooky season coming up, a lot of horror will be on my channel. And last year I started this thing called Scare Timber, like a little play on September, but with the word scare in it. So I started that up, and I'm doing that again this year. And Austin will actually be on the channel. We were talking about one of the days to do a Jeepers Creepers 2 watch along with Jeepers Creepers Reborn coming out. I'm covering all the Jeepers Creepers movies in September, and then we will and then once I see Jeepers Creepers Reborn, I will do a review for that. So y'all can look forward to that in September. And yeah, and just much more content coming your way. So with Rings of Power and House of Dragon coming neck and neck, there's going to be some stuff about those too. So definitely stay tuned for everything.
Yeah, and I'm also contemplating maybe doing a little review, like episode review of the Rings of Power, because I'm a massive Lord of the Rings fan. So I'm thinking about it. Nothing's confirmed, but we'll see what happens. If the first one, like, it ends up being like an absolute banger, I might just have to jump on and do it. But we'll see. But Jacob, where can we find you?
Yeah, you can find me on this channel every Thursday or Friday. It depends on the week, really. But we have the Lonely Marks podcast. Myself, Austin, most of the time. Sometimes he sits out just based off the topic.
I'll be on this week.
Yeah, the two of us, Richie Goodacre and Jordan Owens, talking about wrestling. This week we will be going on Friday because we are doing predictions for both Clash at the Castle and All Out, but some of the matches won't even be set until after Rampage or SmackDown on Friday. So it's hard to do predictions on Thursday when things could change on Friday. So we will go on Friday this week. Austin and I just did a podcast about movies this last Friday, talking about musicals. So that was a really fun conversation.
So you probably were like, how could Austin talk about musicals on a podcast about movies? Well, go watch the show and find out.
Well, hey, if you guys ever do musicals again, be a special guest. I love musicals. That's a soft spot genre for me.
It's probably the only time I will talk about musicals on a podcast about movies. So run.
Unless just like you're saying they're boring, like certain ones you don't like.
I will probably talk about musicals again, but we probably won't have an episode that's just centered around musicals for a while. So, but yeah, no, we've got a fun next episode planned. We're going. We decided just to go every other week for a podcast about movies, just because of the prep time and the amount of stuff we want to watch or whatever. So our next episode will be the 9th. I'll let Austin plug that because that was kind of his idea, and so I'll let him dive into that. And then at some point this week, if our schedules allow it, Austin and I will be doing a double Amazon Prime review of Samaritan and 13 Lives.
Ooh, I gotta check those out.
I started Samaritan. I still need to watch 13 Lives.
Yeah, I've watched them both already, so I'll just be waiting for Jacob.
I still need to watch them. I'm hoping. I was trying to get some movies knocked off of your list.
Oh, I got you. Yeah, no worries. So whenever our schedules line up in the next week or so, we'll get on and do that. It shouldn't be longer than an hour or something, so we'll get on and take that out. But yeah, the idea that we had for our next episode, which again won't be this week, but probably some point next week. We want to do. We've been doing a lot of these fantasy drafts lately. We're going to be doing a Hollywood draft. So the idea is you're starting your own studio and you can draft anybody from any time period, any time. So it opens it up to literally thousands of possibilities. But we're going to draft 50 slots total. So it's going to be a longer one, but it's going to be worth it because 33 actors or actresses from any time period, any time, 12 directors and 5 composers. So yeah, it's going to be something. So check out these drafts. They're always interesting to see where everybody kind of, aligns and what their thought process is and who goes first. And, there might be some ones that get plucked off quickly and then everything else could be a shoot of whoever everybody likes. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, you can find me and Austin on our next episode podcast like now talking about best musical sequels, right? No, I'm just kidding. No. I'm not going to talk musicals again, no. But
we do have a topic for the next podcast leak now. It might be a Patreon exclusive. So
I'll let you know about that in a minute. And also, Wolfman, you might have to rewear your shirt again because the Tarantino wasn't on this episode. It'll be next episode. So
that always happens to me. I prep for the Lord of the Rings to be on the franchise one, and that wasn't on there.
Yeah, just the luck of the randomizer. But you can find me just running around like a chicken with my head cut off because I'm back to like basically 40 hours now at my job, which I was down to like 12 hours a week at one point, even 8 hours. I think was my lowest because we go through a slow season in like July and part of August. So, but and I'm also just filming like crazy this week, I'll be able to do it. But we have just this week alone. We have part 2 of best movies of 2019 tomorrow night at the same time at 9 p.m. Eastern. Then we have Austin's part 2 of his 128 favorite movies of all time. That'll be on Tuesday, and then on Wednesday we're doing our best movies of 2019 championship, and that'll just be a half bracket of 32. So it'll be both of the Sweet 16s from tonight and tomorrow. So that'll be on there, and you can follow us on all the social medias at Movie Hero 2121 on Twitter and Instagram. We have an email if you ever want to send me something like a long list of like topics that you might have some suggestions or ideas for the show, that you can send it to our email at moviehero2121@gmail.com. We also have a Patreon. So if you go to patreon.com /moviehero, we have a lot of exclusive episodes. We have some of the things that we're giving away. We have some opportunities to create your own episode, and some things like that. So including our exclusive episode that me and Austin are going to be doing for Podcast League now. We're going to be just breaking down our top 12 favorite movies from our childhood. Just the ones that we just wore out the VHS, we watched it over and over, or the ones that we rented from the video store a whole bunch of times, and we can do a little bit of a deep dive into that.
So not necessarily our current like favorite movies of all time, but like ones, you know, when you're 8 years old that you begged your parents to rent over and over again, you know, those movies on TV all the time, all that kind of stuff.
Speaking of, did you hear about in November a workplace sitcom coming out on Netflix, like about Blockbuster?
That should be fun.
Oh no, that'd be cool though. Yeah.
Nice.
Enough for that. And then also too, I'll give him a plug. Chris Scott just started sending me all of his crazy movie reviews he's been doing, where he gives the weird movies like Escape Room 2 a 5 out of 5 plus, and he'll do a quick little deep dive, like usually under 5 minutes, and we've been throwing those up on the channel. The first one's up. He watched the movie Evil Dead for the very first time. And for some reason, it's a 40-something-year-old movie. He wanted to go spoiler-free, I guess. But even though, like I mean, it's been 40 years. But yeah. So you can check that out. And then probably there'll be I'll be uploading one a day, so you can watch for those, because he sent me like about 20 reviews he's been doing. So it'll keep us for a little while. And let's see. I'm just trying to make sure that I don't miss anything. Snack Hero. So I'll be doing my next Snack Hero Monday. So tomorrow I just haven't had time. And also I was invited to a couple of parties where they served a bunch of food, and so I didn't want to just eat a bunch of junk food and extra snacks on top of that. So I'm gonna wait till Monday. And then just a quick little preview while Malcolm's dog's going crazy in the background. But some tournament and tier ranker fights we have coming up. So I mentioned the ones this week, so I'll go out of this week. And starting on September 4th, we have best action movies from 2005 to 2009. So the second half of the 2000s, we'll be doing that soon. We have best Adam Sandler movies for a tier ranker. So we're going to get back to a tier rank. I haven't done one of those in a minute, so we'll be doing that. Then we also have our sitcom championship. That'll be a tier ranker also. So we're going to have a week with a couple of tier rankers in there. And then we're going to be doing Jordan Owens' best movies his top 128 movies of all time, part 1. So that's coming up.
Just letting you know, I'm probably going to head out.
Sure, yeah. If you got to go, that's totally fine. Yeah. But and then we'll be out of town for a couple of weeks, but we're still going to have content. We're doing all of our travel stuff, travel vlogs, and Snack Heroes while we're heading down the East Coast and going to Universal Studios, all that stuff. And then when we get back, we're going to be jumping into some horror stuff, but also we're going to keep doing those yearly tournament fights. So we have best movies of 2018, and we're going to have Paul Preston on the episode. That should be a good time. Then we We have best Stephen King in movies. Then we're going to be doing a tournament fight versus that'll be Austin's favorite horror movies, his top 32 favorite versus Andres Gallegos top 32 favorite horror movies. So they're going to duke it out and battle it out to see which one comes out on top. So there's a little preview, a little extended preview of some things we have coming up. So a lot going on here. So it definitely helps to follow our social media because we always post on what we have coming up. And I'm going to try to be a little better on like maybe giving like a weekly update. Just say like, this is what we have coming up this week. So you can kind of plan if you have time to watch stuff or like what you want to do with that. So, but yeah, we'll do it for tonight. So thanks again, guys. And we'll see more of a similar episode tomorrow night. So tune in for that. But for Malcolm, for Jacob, for Austin, for Chase, and for the Wolfman, I've been Jordan, the movie hero Anderson, and we'll see you next time.